wait, Brad's gonna show us something cool. What are you gonna show us, Brad?
Oh, it's the Isochron Scepter.
Oh, the divider. That's cool.
Divider.
All right. So, first of all, we've been gone for a minute. I died. Necromancy brought me back, and Brad was at Gen Con, ginning it up.
It was fun.
So we're gonna start with a loot crate, and then Brad is going to draft because it's Magic Origins, and this is all about creatures and beatdown, and Brad does that excellently, and we're gonna win. Yep.
I'm trying to find which one is just the video. There's a video one.
We're going everywhere.
Here we go. There we are.
All right, we're large,
Loot
in
crate.
charge, and we're here with the Batman himself.
It's Batman.
Batman.
I'm Batman.
By Q-Pop, which is different than we normally get.
Huh?
I don't know. Brad, you want to bust that up so we can really see the Batman? Oh man. We are going to do well. We're going to live long and prosper this draft.
That's pretty cool.
With
What's
this
the theme of
starter.
this one?
I think the theme is heroes. Oh, you can scribble things on there and make him say things. That's nifty. He's the old style Batman,
The
too.
Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot cooler. Batman 66 is what they call it.
Let's throw him back in there.
That's funny.
Oh, we got more Batman. I have a Batman multi-tool. And by multi-tool, I think they
Beer bottle
mean
opener.
beer bottle opener, flathead screwdriver, crosshead screwdriver,
Is that what
keychain. Yeah, so it has multiple functions, mostly as a bottle opener. Because I don't think it'll make a very good screwdriver.
Batman bottle opener. Well, this is a lot harder to put back in the box.
We'll get there. So we've got a Legend of Zelda sweet Triforce looking wristband. That's kind of nifty.
That is pretty cool. I wouldn't wear it myself,
We can
but
try it on and see what it looks like. It looks comfy.
yeah.
Looks comfy. Ah, man,
Why
back
do
in
you
high
wear
school.
wristbands? I don't know.
I don't actually wear wristbands. I feel like someone is strangling my wrist. Somebody tiny and weak. Like, level 1.
Here's a box. We
I think it has a poster in it.
Oh, it has a poster in it.
She can do it.
Nice. That's Wonder Woman. Nice.
Alright, so we have a card for Brawlhalla. Now, if you guys haven't actually played Brawlhalla, it's essentially a Steam version of a Melee. Kind of think of Super Smash Brothers.
Huh.
And it kind of has that feel.
Cool.
And this has a little coat on it and everything. So we'll check that out. Comes with the comic. Justice League-tacular.
Neato.
Yeah. And the last thing is the League of Regrettable Superheroes. This sounds exciting. The Loot Crate edition. I think this is like bad heroes from a long time ago. Let's see. Like Moon Girl. This is a treasure. Right?
That's something.
Phantoma. Mystery Woman of the Jungle. All right, let's do
okay.
one more and then we'll leave. One more good one.
One more good one.
Mother Hubbard. For all of you L. Ron Hubbard fans, if you guys are fans of Scientology, I may have offended you, and that's okay. Right? Is that okay?
I mean, you're probably not the first person.
Probably not. So we're
I
gonna
like this. It's an air freshener. It's vanilla. It's vanilla. Air freshener.
vanilla. All right, we're gonna
That
swap.
doesn't actually have that in it.
Oh, what was on that again? I forgot.
It's a Wonder Woman.
Oh, she can do it. I'm gonna have to give that to somebody. That's super sweet. You know anybody who'd appreciate that?
Not positive. After the movie comes out, everyone.
Before the movie comes out. So we're gonna swap spots. Brad is gonna guide us through the picks.
Oh, apparently it's agrotastic. So that's gonna be fun.
Magic Origins is a meat and potato set. It is a core set. We are going to be attacking and playing things that include attacking. So we're gonna swap spots. Boop. And Brad's gonna put us through the paces on beating face.
Alright, I've not drafted this set. I have sealed decked once.
I think the only cards that are
pre-release.
deceptively not as or deceptively better than you need to be aware of is Sentinel of the Watch, the 6-drop. That's a 4/6 with vigilance,
Sentinel of the Watch is a 4/6 with vigilance.
and it taps one of their creatures at the beginning of their combat every time.
Good or bad?
It's amazing. It's
Okay, I knew that.
okay. Well, then you do everything. Let's do pack per win. One needed.
Pack per win.
right there.
This one?
Yep.
You don't want to go,
2 event tickets, 3 magic.
2/2s or whatever?
Nah, let's just do that. It's the same thing. Oh, never mind. You missed it.
Dang.
Too slow.
Totally just fired. So 8 2/2/2/2, 6 2/2/2/2. Not that one. Oh,
sure.
that's Modern Masters, isn't it?
Yes.
Nope. We don't want that one. We want
That one's
this
Fate
one.
Reforged.
Nope.
You need to look at the ones that are.
Origins. Is there a way to format?
It's just the ones that have the ORI.
Okay.
Let's do the 4-3-2-2-2 single elimination draft. That's kind of brutal.
That's really weird. What's the ones I'm looking for?
We should either do an 8-4 or a pack per win.
You don't want to do the, what is it, 6-2-2-2-2-2s?
There's none for Origins.
Huh, that's weird. Why don't they do that?
I don't know. They're still doing 4-3-2-2-2s.
Don't play an 8-4
What?
if you want to stream.
Yeah,
Because
8-4s can
if
be a
you
minute.
lose,
Let's
your
do
first match
Swiss.
is over.
Let's go for it. Hello, viewers. So let's go for that one. Yeah, sure. 8 people. That'll only take a minute.
Boop.
What are we playing? Oh. People
That's
are
what you wanted, right?
I mean, it's fine. Let's keep an eye on the other stuff. If something else comes up quicker, then we should just do pack per win.
This is pack per win.
Oh, never mind. I mean, if
Oh, if the one I wanted to come by.
Zane, are you going to join us?
Can
or are you
we-
going to be off screen?
Can we
commentating?
make one?
Off-screen comment.
No, they automatically. There's already one up. Oh, it's a fine. We already have 5 people in our thing. It's going to fire in just a second. There's 5 people.
Oh, there's already 5. Oh, okay. It is gonna fire.
So we have Zane.
Quite quickly.
He's to
He's off
our
screen.
left, but our right. Here's there we go.
All right.
So there's going to be a lot of people telling Brad he's making the correct pick because
Or the worst pick.
well, all the colors in this set
Are about equal?
are about equal.
That's
Alright.
a lie. Blue's,
About-
blue's terrible.
Blue's
No,
terrible?
He's wrong. Blue's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Blue's good support.
Blue's
color.
is sport color.
Bam! Oh god. Why is this so hard to read? Okay. So we're not
Nothing
worried about the
rare.
rare.
So let's let Brad make the pick, and then we'll come
talk about it. Okay, we're gonna have to reduce the size of these.
back. Here, that's the top one.
Okay, it's this one. Okay,
Perfect.
there. I just need them all on the same screen at the same time.
All right. So what are you thinking about?
I don't like any of these cards actually.
All right. So
Grasp of the
Pyromancer.
Pyromancer is pretty good. I like that one.
Playable.
I think the 2 cards to consider are Lightning Javelin and Separate is Voice Mage. I think everything else is beneath those right now. I think Lightning Javelin is the right pick.
Voice
I
Mage.
think
It's a Man of War. for
Ah,
format.
it's
I
a
think
man.
Lightning Javelin is garbage. You'd trade down on your
It's fine. It's removable.
All right, so
Yeah, but if
let's
you trade
take
down,
let's take the
remove
Void Mage first.
Not
then.
4-drop.
Okay. I think that the Lightning Javelin is the
I
best
mean,
one.
it's
Doesn't
better
matter.
than not having removal. I
Yeah.
guess.
But Sepul's Void Mage is also fine. I think red is stronger, so I would take the Lightning Javelin.
I think red is stronger.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we'll take the Rotten Javelin then.
Red's probably this.
So what do we want to wheel out of this pack? The infantry.
Nothing. This is a bad
Void
pack.
Mage. Oh, nothing. We
Nothing.
actually.
Sandra's
I think the
Fury is a
grass.
sideboard card.
All right. Relic
That's
Seeker
pretty good.
and Subterranean Scout stand out. I would pick the Relic Seeker as a 2/2 prowess, not prowess, 2/2
Renown.
No.
renown. It's fine. We can pick up an equipment if we find one that's decent. I don't think there's anything else pickable. And if we end up in red white,
Well, so this card is
Also, you're not
amazingly
married to your
good.
first pick.
this
It's not
set's
very
very fast.
The
So
the
5
Ringway
drops.
Owl is really good, but
In
it's
sealed.
mostly for sealed.
Yeah, we're very aggressive.
The Scarab's probably not worth it.
My
Wow, these
pick-
packs just
My
suck.
pick order would be Relic Seeker. This early, I would take the Outer Blight Massacre, but I would take Relic Seeker, then Bogart Brute, then Subterranean Scout.
Bogart Brute is really hard to block, and we've already got a red card, so either one's fine.
2 drops is better than 3 drops.
Well, the Relic Seeker is more powerful too.
Okay, well let's take that then. Let's go ahead and add it to our picks.
I can't think of a lot of white cards I'd pick over Relic. Erosis Champion, Gear Crafter.
Pretty good if you really wanted to stick to red white,
So
but the Gear Crafter's better.
the Gear Crafter is not a better card than Erosis
No,
Champion.
no. It's just if you don't know that for a fact you're.
I will say red looks super open. These Skyraker Giant and Gear Griff Crafter are amazing red cards. So I think we should be red. Now, I'm not sure if Erosis Champion's the right to pick now. I think I would go with the Gear Crafter and see if the champion wheels. Because we might not be playing white. There's no white in this pack.
Yeah, true, but the champion's unlikely to wheel just because people could splash for it too.
I will say
if anything, will though it's the champion.
Oh yeah. The Gear
So-
Crafter is going to be gone the next pick.
So let's
if you pick
let's
it.
go ahead and add the Gear Crafter. So things we want to wheel are the Giant and the Champion.
Throwing
Throwing
off
off
is
is
not bad.
okay.
Yep, it's removal, and Inspiring Mist is
And-
fine too.
and-
And we would consider a Veteran Sidearm with
Yeah, I'd
us.
say depending on how your deck was set up for sure.
All right. Call the
So-
full moon. No.
Well,
No.
It's not
no,
completely unplayable.
maybe.
Call of the Full Moon is better than you think it is.
Maybe,
It's
maybe.
a card you have to answer, and I don't think we have.
Okay,
another
all these
picks.
cards suck.
I think we take Call of the Full Moon.
Either that or hate the Marauder. One of the two.
Yeah. I think we just take Call of the
I
Full
think
Moon.
it's kind of early to be hating.
It's a card you can play in this format. It's extremely aggressive.
Hmm.
And you got to think if you put that on your Thopter or something. I mean, you can technically get 2 for 1.
You also might get like a. I don't know how you feel like playing him, but you also might get like a Sigil of the Empty Throne, which is just a complete blowout.
We would need to get it early to consider playing because the commitment to it.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I mean, of
we're
course.
going to this. All these cards are pretty bad.
Yes, they are.
I'm really glad we're in the colors we are, though, so far.
All right. So
For each enchantment you control, not very good. Has trample,
it costs 4
not
to
very
equip.
good. This is not very good.
I-
Challenge Fury is not very good. That's not very good. Alright, so Titan Strength is what I like the most about this pack.
Now, what I will say about these packs that makes me happy, none of these cards are good.
Yeah, that's
the,
true.
The best
I
cards,
haven't seen a card I like yet.
You're not picking a crappy card in your color over good cards.
the best cards have been red. So red is
And
open.
we've been taking them. So Titan Strength, the Jailer is probably not good, and the Brawler Plate I've heard
It's too much to
decent
equip.
things, but yeah, I don't think we want it.
If we're gonna play one bad artifact, I'd like it to play the Veteran Sidearm, just because the equip cost is so low. Like we can play a 2-drop and that. I don't want to spend my whole
So,
turn 4
Titan
equipping.
Strength then.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Alright.
no.
So the only thing I really care about seeing again is the Fury,
We'd like to have
and
one.
it's not
You
even
could
that
always-
great. So I've been burned before with Auramancer, so I don't really like it.
It's good if you're black
Attack
white.
suit turns favorable and cherry creature does.
If
You may
you
switch your
already
card
had,
for another.
like, the-
Infectious Bloodlust seems okay.
passive.
Tactics seems okay.
Pricklebore's the pick.
That's probably the best pick. Yeah.
But let's look at this. This is a pretty good pack. Armancer is on the low end of white, but nah.
Well, so it works really well with this enchantment. That
Yeah, we
picked
haven't
up.
seen a lot of black flowing, but that is a lightweight of the underworld. I think Pricklebore is good enough to pick over it. If Pricklebore wasn't here, I would consider hedging on weight of the underworld because it's not like you want to play Infectious
And you only
Bloodlust.
got one white card.
Right, and you only have one white card. But I think the first Pricklebore is worth quite a bit. It attacks as a 5/3 first strike.
All right, let's move our white cards somewhere else. Or maybe
We can
it
hit
won't
sort
let
by
me. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Magmatic Insight, meh.
I think it's Magmatic Insight probably over the second Titan Strength.
I think the second Titan Strength is better.
I'll take that too. It's close. And
What do you think, Zane? Titan Strength.
What is the
Mag-
insight?
The Insight is sack a creature, right?
No, discard a land.
Discard a land, draw 2 cards. It's 1 mana. It's a sorcery.
Um,
But the Titan Strength will almost always
Let's
trade.
go with the the
the
Titan
thing
Strength.
is, if you were playing black red, I think that would be more exciting. The thing is you're going to be so aggressive that you're not going to want to play like
I don't want to
18
draw
lands or
cards.
something.
I just want to crush.
Well, it's not just like I said. You're not going to want to have so many lands in your deck that you have them to discard either.
Yeah.
Though it is a good hedge against flood.
We still haven't seen any other colors. All we know is that we're
Yeah.
red and that maybe green's
Yeah,
open.
I think it's a coin flip between that. And
All right, Brad, you know the pick here.
Creatures you control at +1/+1.
It's not that one.
Can't attack alone.
It's our heavy infantry.
I'm gonna go with the heavy infantry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good card, but I will say heavy infantry
Bonded
is.
Construct is better than heavy infantry.
Bonded Construct.
It blocks freaking Token Free Blade.
Yeah, but we're not looking to block.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying it's a
So you'd
one
rather
drop.
go
It's a
with a
one
go-
drop that blocks 2 drops. I mean, I know you're not.
As long as it blocks with some.
Uh,
Oh,
well,
it does block. Just
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
attack.
you just
alone.
can't attack.
Would you rather have the one drop? I'm fine taking it.
I feel like plus you have.
We'll get
Titan
another one of
Strength
these, I
and
think.
We only
Yeah, you're
have
going
one
to get
2-drop,
one.
and that's what makes me worried. Like we might have a curve that's a couple 2
Well,
drops.
we only
and
have
one freeze.
4 creatures now. After
I
that
think.
pick.
I think they're. Well, there's.
Well, here's
Okay.
that. Here's that
Well,
pack.
Yeah.
Wait. We also have Rogue's Passage, and running the
And
first
it-
Rogue's
it's-
Passage is legit. I think the first Rogue's Passage is a lot
You're
better
going
than
to get
uncommon
another heavy infantry.
than heavy infantry,
They're going to be.
and being able to
I mean-
push through damage is really valuable.
I mean, you can get third to last pick heavy infantries and stuff. So I mean, really.
I mean, are you excited to run a 5-mana 3/4 or a land that can
Nah.
push through damage?
Yeah.
'cause
Let's go for the
if you
Rogue's
get-
Passage.
Yeah, it can just.
All right. Here's our third chance at heavy infantry. And next pack. Not really.
We're hoping for the champion, but that's unlikely.
I'll take the Auramancer.
We could go with
Or
the
the
Ring
Scab.
Warden. We could go with the Ring Warden now. It is a powerful card, and it being around that late makes me think that blue might be open because we don't really have any white.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
I think we should take the most powerful card in the hedge, and if
I
it works
mean,
out well, it works
Most
out.
likely, we're not playing any of these cards, so that's fine.
We're going to be playing a second color. We know red's open, but it's not wide open.
I really don't like Auramancer.
Either
though.
both
It'd be
of
my
those
top
blue
cut.
cards are better than that than Auramancer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because Screeching Scab's not great in this color. Like, I mean, red blue. But
Enshrouding Mist makes me want to stay with white, though. That's a powerful card.
Oh, damage
Yeah, that's-
every
and that's late
dealt
for it to
turns
go.
are now
It is.
tapped.
It's a lot more powerful than it looks.
I'm really surprised the Undead Servant got this far.
if people don't pick it early, most people just think that they're not gonna get enough of them. Also, it's not that great even if you have.
All right,
you'd have
so
to,
Send to
five.
Sleep or Yoked Ox. Send to Sleep is about pushing damage through Yoked Ox as if we end up white against
Send
other
to Sleep
aggressive.
is the best card,
Yeah,
but not by much.
we take this aesthetic in case we don't need it, but whatever. Miscreant, yeah. All right, so red is our color. That's all we really know.
Alright. That was weird. Alright, I'm going to set this in the
We're
sideboard.
gonna assume we're white. We would prefer to be red
Everybody,
white.
cross your fingers for something stupid.
Something stupid and
Come on,
expensive.
Shredder.
That is a
I mean,
okay.
that is a super
All right.
powerful card.
Okay,
And-
let's look at the red cards. If there are no red cards worth picking over that, remember
That
we're
guy's
not
pretty
really
good.
married to white. I think
Yeah.
Bogart breeds better than Hurricane Sergeant.
I think they're-
Because he's menace.
Yeah, it's hard to say actually. Maybe
First
Sergeant.
strike is real hard
Yeah.
to deal with.
All right, do we want to go? I would pick the Gilt Leaf Winnower if it wasn't double black.
yeah.
I mean, we pretty much have to drop white if we want that.
That's fine.
Yeah,
what are we
yeah,
dropping
yeah.
on white? We got 2 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Gilt Leaf Winnower is better than those 2 cards with how late we saw certain black cards coming around?
I mean, I didn't see any good black cards going around.
Weight of the Underworld came around. There's only a few good black cards.
That's true. That's
It,
true.
It was kind of.
I think I'd rather just have the first strike guy
Let's do it.
in our colors.
That's true. And the Charging Griffin could be.
And I don't think Guilt Lift Winner is worth anything, so
No,
it's not like
it's a
we're
powerful card.
passing money or anything.
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
not really.
we probably
money inside.
should have talked about that pack a little longer.
Well, the composition of our deck is we are feeling good in red. We need more early red cards. We need to prioritize 2 and 3 drops. We really don't have that many cards going on, but we have.
So we only got 5 creatures right now, but we've only got 11 cards in our deck right now.
yeah,
too,
we
so.
have 1 piece of removal and 3 solid combat tricks. All right, so
Foily Fleshmaker Marauder, I think.
no, I think we're going with
I'm
the,
just joking.
the Gear Crafter. Now, I would consider the suppression
Oh
bonds,
yeah.
but I'm not still sold on white. It's that much.
No, that is a step towards white for sure.
It is, but the
Like,
Gear Crafter is probably better in what we're trying to do.
But you've only got 1 piece of removal so far.
That is
We only have
true.
5
This will
creatures.
not come back
Yeah,
around.
that's true. The Gear Crafter, yeah, neither one of those cards is going to go back around.
I would rather have the Gear Crafter and have an aggressive oriented curve.
Okay.
And
I mean,
you were
this does
wheeling-
make
you
an
were
extra
wheeling
creature.
exactly 0 from this deck.
We're wheeling Dragon Fodder, which we would like not to play, but we will if we have to.
You
Yep.
may not even wield it though.
Yeah, I will say with
Veteran
it,
sidearm is what you're going to
that's fine. We have the one, the relic
yeah,
guy.
You can always do
Yeah,
that.
the
Yeah.
density of creatures is.
So I think we're going to go for the second Gear Crafter. That seems like a better idea.
Now I will say,
it is
blue is coming kind of cool this way. That's the other reason I like the Gear Crafter.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's
this Prowess
super
guy
good.
is a beast.
He
Yeah,
is
by the way.
absolutely
and the Void
special.
Mage is good. These are 2 blue good cards getting passed to us, and 1 good black or 1 good red card and 1 good white card. So let's take our Gear Crafter because we're red. Like I'm not even sold on us still playing another color. All right, so there's another Lightning Javelin, which I think we take over the Sergeant. Just being a lot of the creatures have 3 or less toughness. Like
No, I agree with that. I just think that a lot of times you're probably not getting a 4-drop for your 4-drop.
that's true, but
But
people are running a
it's-
bunch of 2 drops. Killing that
That's-
token
that's
free
true.
blade feels good.
It does. It does.
So you'd rather take the Javelin or the second?
I'd rather
I
take
would think
the
so.
second Javelin over our third 3 drop.
Also, there's always the small chance you can.
And we may wheel
This
the
might
Sergeant.
come back around.
Or
even
the
though
The
Construct.
Javelin's not coming back.
The Construct's also a card that might wheel.
Yeah,
This pack has 1, 2, 3,
Weight's
4,
pretty good.
5, 6.
Shambling's okay.
Most of this pack's good.
The
and one
entire bottom
the
line,
Renown-
except for the land, is going to be gone in the next 6 picks.
This guy is unbeatable though.
in
This-
sealed. He's not as good in there.
He's decent in this, but he may not even ever get a chance to play him. So
All right, so let's go ahead and add.
I think the only card that wasn't playable out of this was Bone to Ash. All right. The Tactician is the first card that makes me want to be white, and it's a strong white card, especially with our token theme. And everything else is in play. That said, we could play the Aeronaut, but I think we have enough white cards I'd rather. That's a late Fetid Imp, but it's also not exciting. But the Tactician is going to reward us if something like Dragon's Fodder wheels. Cards we don't want to normally have to play, but if we have to play. And if, God forbid, we get multiple Tacticians, playing Tactician turn 4, Tactician turn 5 is just brutal.
I agree.
I think this is where we pick the Magmatic Insight, unless you'd rather have the Hollowed Moonlight for the sideboard.
You wouldn't want to
I
have
actually
another
think
prickle?
Hallowed Moonlight is almost main deck playable.
I don't think that I want to have a Prickle. I don't want to have 2 5-drops in my very, very aggressive deck.
Okay. So you don't think this is better than playing the Magmatic? It's
The-
2 mana, just draws a card, whereas this is discard a land, draw 2 cards. Or
That
how about
doesn't
Evolving
just draw a
Wilds?
card. That
Maybe
does not
we
just
should
draw
take
a
that.
card.
We need playables still, and I think that Hollowed Mount Moonlight and Magmatic Insight are both playables and cards we would consider. Magmatic Insight lets us get rid of an extra land, so don't think of it as a 1-drop. Think of it as a 4-drop that lets you play a 3-drop.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound a lot better?
That's fine.
That's what I think. Hollowed Moonlight will sometimes be good and sometimes just be 2 mana to cycle. I'd rather have the Insight, but I don't know. What do you?
So we're going to go with the
I
Insight?
think the Insight's better, but I think Hallowed Moonlight is, like I said, borderline main deck playable. If you
All
just
right.
want.
Do we go with the 3rd Titan Strength or a 1st Cobble Brute?
I
I like the 1st Cobble Brute.
yeah.
How many combat tricks can you really run?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we should have 3 Titan Strength, though.
I mean,
It would
if
feel
you-
real good.
Yeah.
Well, we might get more later too. It's just I think that for creature considerations, we should take our 1st Cobble. Brute.
Yeah.
I
You're
do
right.
think Titan Strength is a better card, but
Well,
let's
you only have-
definitely
you only have
not
7
take the
creatures,
ring.
now I will say I think that picking up something like a Hieromancer's Grasp is a lot better when we have cards like the Cobble Brute and other cards like that. Let's push through. So we should be looking to pick one of those up. In most sets, auras like that are just really risky, but in this set, they require most of your cards require answers, like Token Free Blade. You know,
No red. There's a Mighty Leap.
My Leap's playable.
we already have
But you already
three.
There's
have-
an Evolving Wilds.
Yeah, I'd probably just take the Evolving Wilds.
Yeah, it seems like.
Green is pretty open. There's some good green cards. Oh wow. Okay,
Evolutionary Leap.
let's go ahead and take that foil Evolutionary Leap.
Just because it might be worth money.
Yeah. If it's not now, it might be later. We definitely don't need a second Prickle Bore, and I don't want to run killing.
I don't really like tactics, yeah. I'm probably
you
not.
have to have a bunch of cards you don't even.
Charging Griffin Willing is a great sign.
Yeah, I think
That
I
was
think
the
that's
only
just,
good white card.
It's not spectacular, but
I think we just take that. The rest of these cards are junk.
I would play Charging Griffin over Cobble Brute unless I was playing a big green deck. All right, there's our Veteran Sidearm in case we want to put that in.
Yep. Nothing really to talk about here.
All right, Heavy Infantry build.
Yep.
Alright, I think we-
don't really want to play that.
Let's take the tactics in case.
You'd rather not have the artifact destruction.
What artifacts do you destroy?
That's
Major.
a good point.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be able to pick up either one of those again later.
The only artifact I want to destroy.
Oh wow!
Yeah. The only artifact I want
Exactly.
to sure. The only artifact I want to destroy costs 7 mana.
So we should have already
I
won
mean,
by that.
Sword of the Animus can. Read.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of them that are if
Like-
if they got them, you're not. Gonna
This deck
win.
doesn't seem spectacular, but at least it seems like it has
I'd also like to point out
creatures.
that-
Let's move
Even if you blow up
Evolutionary Charm to the
nothing.
sideboard. And that'll give us
Evolutionary Charm.
leap. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
lose
2 drops.
The shiny one.
The green
Oh,
foil.
the shiny one. Yeah, I don't know how that got there.
Yeah.
Me
Alright.
misclicking.
So
Oh, we checked what the archive. Wow, this pack sucks.
I think Fiery Conclusion is the best card.
Yeah.
That said, we can check Alhamrat's
Well,
archive after
the-
placing well. Let's see the value.
The
of
best
that.
card for you.
Let's check the archive to see the value.
It's not worth anything.
What do you usually type in? for this?
MTGO Goldfish. It just placed in GP.
It doesn't matter. They placed one of copy in a GP.
Mythic.
Yeah.
Archive online is worth about $1.
Tick.
Yeah, let's take it at a tick and sell it. The tick.
I think
You'd
Fire
rather take that as a
Conclusion.
tick?
A ticket's worth more than a card that we might not even play.
That's a good point.
I think you should definitely play Fire.
How do you say?
Okay,
Different opinions.
so
Doctor Engineer.
Thopter Engineer by far. Ooh, actually, Anointer Challenge, Fiery Impulse, and Thopter Engineer. I think it's actually Fiery Impulse.
Where is
yeah.
Thopter Engineer?
Thopter Engineer is the
Oh,
third.
this guy.
Yeah.
These are all good cards for us.
Yeah, you need
These are
Fire
3 first
Impulse.
picks, but we take Fire Impulse because it's removal, and it's
Yeah.
great removal.
Yeah, I didn't see.
That said,
So-
Anointer of Champions is amazing.
I really hope the Engineer and the Champions comes back around.
And there, you're not getting either one back.
They're both first picks.
Well, the other problem is
The
that there's
whole
not
set.
a whole lot of other crap in that.
Mizium, yeah, there's nothing.
That guy's actually not terrible.
No, he's not.
Oh yeah, he's actually.
So back on what Zach was saying, we have
Zane?
to wait. Zane was saying is the value of a card that we may play versus the value of the actual money amount of the card. All right, I think it's the brute.
Renown.
It's the brute because the renown guy's really really bad if you don't play him on turn 1, whereas the brute's good in most spots.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Well,
I guess so.
mean, well, you got Titan strength though. It makes Glory Chaser better later.
It
Like,
still
it makes
dies.
it easier to get him. But I mean, he's still a little piece of crap.
He's still gonna die. You're still gonna block with their 2/2.
Yeah.
And he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
they have to block with 2 if you get him renowned. Which
Yeah.
means the Titan Strength is amazing on him.
That's when he's good. I'm just thinking like when you draw him on turn 3 or 4, he's just like mediocre.
because they're
Alright.
going to have blockers. But yeah.
Yeah, Root's probably better. Add to your picks.
He has menace to begin with. So.
Free Blade.
Boop.
Hoping Free Blade's better.
Free Blade.
is
Oh,
the
yeah, that guy's
best common
amazing.
in the entire set. So.
Yeah, so white's really open because we also have Grasp here. We're taking the Free Blade because we need creatures. But there's 2 good red cards and 2 good white cards, so and a good
Any
green
of them
card.
gets back around.
Red, white, and green all have solid cards. This is probably just a powerful pack.
Yeah.
But
This is the first good pack I've seen.
let's go ahead and go back to the Twitch so we can see if anyone's chit-chatting at us.
Oh, right. Boop.
But we're comparing a card we may or may not play, and it looks like we're not going to play it.
Mm-mm.
Right? When we were making that educated decision, if we needed playables more, I would be
Ching.
closer to picking the card that I needed to play. But when we're close to total playables, then I'm weighing that card against how much is that worth a ticket of ours. I think
Colin
it's
Victor.
Tactician.
Really? Over in Colin Victor?
What does this guy do? Enters the
steals it,
battlefield,
one of their
gain
little
control of
guys.
target creature that and steals it until end of turn.
Yeah, I guess just not really the deck for that.
It's not. And the Tacticians, we have a lot of smaller things, and being able to get your renown through, be all that stuff. And, sometimes Victor has I don't know if Victor even has a better ceiling, right? Because, I mean,
Not in this deck. If he were playing black red, he's
Yeah.
automatically include. But you've got a very good point. I was just looking wrong.
all right, Seismic, Elemental. I'm not looking at the rest of the pack. What else is in the rest of the pack?
I like the Charge of Griffin.
Both those white cards are
I like the
playable, but
Cleric.
not great.
All 4 of those red white cards are
Actually, the
there.
Haste Renown guy's okay too.
So, Brad, we'll just go ahead and give a high five on choosing correctly, staying moderately open, but also making the correct picks and just getting the right place.
Yeah, see, this is what happens when you just let Brad play aggro.
Braggo!
Alright, so we definitely want the Elemental though.
We do. It is our curve topper. It's probably going to replace heavy
Pretty
infantry.
good. Yep.
And instead of tapping down one creature, it taps down all of the creatures and lets us win the game.
Yeah, well, it doesn't tap them, it just makes them not be able to block.
Even better.
Wow.
All
I don't know
right.
if that's even better, but
Add your picks.
All right, we're going with the...
Bad card, good card.
We could consider the bonded construct if we look at our curve and we have too many 4s, and I think we have too many 4s. We have too many 4s. I think
Yeah, we have 2 Lightning Javelins, 1 Cobble Root, 2 Champions.
You're gonna cut either one you pick. So
So I think we take the bonded construct. It's better if we want to go faster. Well, we only have 2 2-drops, though.
Yeah,
So
we
maybe
really
we-
should be finding more 2-drops.
They're just not coming around. Maybe we do take the fire. We just don't need it, though. Like, the bonded construct will be so much better if we have the cards we need, as opposed to the Fire Fiend, which is Relic Seeker number 2. Perfect. That's a late Relic Seeker.
We have only 1 relic to seek, and it's
So-
good enough to seek.
Yeah.
This one's foil, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The other thing I want to point out is our opponents may be making the incorrect decision of reading the additional text as a downside. They might think, well, I don't have any equipments. This is a bad card.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's still a 2/2 or
That's what I was
But-
setting you up for, Daniel.
Yeah, this is a slightly worse to open Free Blade if you don't run equipments. That's still a really good card.
Yep, 2/2 for 2. With Renown. Would
All
play
right.
again.
So I think we just take our Battle Priest in case we get drawn out into a longer game. We're not going to play it, but
Yep.
But you're not gonna play the rest.
Dragon Fodder seems fine.
It's better than
You
these
need
other
2
cards.
drops, you just said.
It is. It's a 2-drop that
Add your
plays well.
picks.
I think the Rumbler in case we have a deck that plays a lot of removal.
No, yeah.
Add your sideboard.
The Scout. The
Oh,
Scout is amazing.
Ah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually
actually.
really good.
This
Add
deck's
your-
really shaped up a lot. All right, there's our smash.
Oh, look, there it is. That's what I wanted. Add your sideboard.
reclaim the deck?
Add your
Alright.
sideboard. Alright.
So we've got 29. We don't have 29. We have 27 playables.
Alright, I'm going to switch sides with you because you're better at organizing this stuff.
All right, guys.
Actually, I'll switch with Zane just so he can be on camera if he wants.
I mean, if you want me to.
Let's see Zane. Zane is our resident tall guy.
He's quite tall.
We call him the Mountain here. He
He's
you see
the
Grand
Mountain.
Thorn? He's gouged a mountain's eyes out with his magic collection.
It was an accident.
Yes.
All right, so while we wait for this to load up forever, because whatever, I don't even know if we're online. That's the part that bothers me.
What do you mean you don't know if we're online?
If we're actually like down or not.
Oh. You would know.
Oh, here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our main deck cards.
Yeah. Okay, so you have.
Wait, where did my lands go?
They're in the 29.
Oh, I didn't see those two. All right, let's go ahead and take our lands out. We'll pull them back in a minute. And we're going to go ahead and sort this by converted mana cost. Now we're going to drag down all of our spells, and we're going to put them where we think we're going to play. I'm thinking that Titan Strengths are going to usually come down on turn 2 at the earliest. That's really where we're hoping to do this. We're going to kind of work our way over because Magic's so weird.
Yeah,
Fire
it doesn't like you to
impulses.
build.
Yeah, it wants us to have extra slots. Okay, so that's where our extra stuff goes. And then, can I... Magmatic Insight, get over
You have
there.
yeah, there you go.
All right, Magmatic Insight's like a 4 or 5 drop, realistically. We would like to be able to play it on turn 4 or 5, and then probably cast a 3 drop. That sounds pretty good. All right, we got Veteran Sidearm down here. It's not a 2 drop. We would like to play that on turn 4, where we can play an equip, or turn 3. Call of the Full Moon is
More of a
2
3-drop.
2 drop.
Well, I mean,
3 drop.
you'd
Sorry,
rather
3
put
drop.
it on a 2-drop than a 1-drop. So.
All right, and the rest of these are creatures. Is that correct? Nope, we have removal. We'll put our removal over here. Okay, so the cuts that I want to start with are definitely high cuts. I don't want to run this many 5 drops. Heavy Infantry is easily the worst of these cards, so I'll move that out. Now, we've got a lot of 4 drops, but we'll come back to that to a minute. We've got to find other cuts. We have to decide if we want to run one. Let's count the cards that we have that don't affect the board. That's one of the things I've been kind of getting into, and this set really promotes that. The cards that affect the board are cards that aren't. So we have creatures, we have removal spells, and we have combat tricks. And if it's one of those 3 things, it's affecting the board actively. I think for us, the only 2 cards that don't affect the board are Magmatic Insight, and I would say overall Veteran Sidearm, because +1 is a very small effect for 3 mana. So it's like a 1.5.
Indeed.
I'm happy with that. That's fine. You don't want to be running 5 or 6 in these aggressive decks. So the cuts I would consider are things like Call of the Full Moon, and maybe something like Magmatic Insight or Bonded Constructs, because we need to make cuts down to 16. Brad, do you want to run 16 lands? That sounds right.
Do
right?
people do that?
This is 16. This is a 16 land format.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. It's good to know.
We could cut the bond. We can run 16 lands, cutting a 4-drop and a 5-drop. We could cut Cobblebrute and Prickleborn and run 16 lands.
I don't know how often Cobblebrute trades down and how often it
It trades down a lot
It does,
because there's a lot of 2-drops.
but there'll be a lot of trading. The thing is, if you have we only have 1 Cobblebrute, and if your Cobblebrute is the card standing when the dust settles,
then
you're happy.
The game
Also, if you have a Cobblebrute and a Rogue's Passage that you currently have, that's a lot of damage.
So
yeah.
we can go back and forth on this between games and change. Would we rather start with a deck that ran Bonded Constructs and took out... Let's put it up here so we can see it. Picklebore, get over here. Picklebore. That's his new name. Picklebore.
They call them pickles.
This deck that was leaner, and I don't know, what's the other cards you don't run in this super lean deck?
So I'm
Magmatic
noticing-
Insight.
There's only, 7 white cards and 2 of them are double white? Is that worth it?
Well, I mean, you're not.
I don't know. I'm asking.
You're not,
We just don't have any other colors. But the good news is, all of our white cards are good.
And we have 1 Evolving Wilds, don't we?
Indeed.
Didn't we take one of those?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we're around that. That's fine.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
The mana's not really a concern.
It'll be fine. Also, you're not going to need white. You're not going to need double white until turn 4 or 5 anyway. So
All right. So does this look better? Like, this deck looks pretty solid. This is the 16 land deck. Let's look at the maybe 17 land deck. The other thing I like about running the 17 land deck is that it does run Magmatic Insight and Picklebores. But Magmatic Insight, so I can reuse or regain.
it runs one of those. It runs both of them.
Yeah. What would we take out here? I think we'd take out Call of the Full Moon.
Yeah.
And this one runs a little slower. Now the Magmatic Insight with the land does kind of even out overall. And it has a little bit more high end and a little less low end. What are you leaning towards? Brad, would you... I think that the Bond and Construct version might be better.
Yeah, I like the lower mana curve version.
I think in this format, the leaner and meaner version is probably the
And we shouldn't be afraid to... Like, if we play another aggressive deck, I am all about...
Going a
boarding
little bit bigger.
Yep, boarding into the pickles. And I will say, we do have some other cards to consider.
Yeah, the Volcanic Rainbow.
If we're playing a mirror deck, I don't feel bad about playing the Aven Battle, right? It doesn't look like it does a lot on its face. Let's go ahead and...
It's a terrible dragon.
Yep, it's a terrible dragon with life gain. And... Yep.
That being said,
That being said, when I'm playing against the aggressive deck, and, we've been trading off the whole time, and I get to play turn 6 my 3/3 they can't block that gain me the life to keep attacking. I'm pretty happy. This is normally a bad card, but it's good. Like, this isn't the kind of card we want to stare down. This is the kind of card that makes me kind of sad, which is unusual because it's bad.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that anything big they put down, we can just trade a Titan Strength for.
That's a great point. All right, let's take out the Magmatic.
Now that we're at the end, I wouldn't mind having a third one, but
Yeah, but
we
it's
really
just so
didn't need
unlikely.
one.
Really, what I wanted to get that we didn't was the Hieromancer's grass. We just didn't have a chance to pick one up.
Yeah, it would have been
Okay.
So if we do this again, and we
Well,
end
I
up in
mean,
a similar deck,
I don't think you would change anything though, because like, if you picked it over something you're playing, like I think you'd pick that thing over the
Yes.
Every
grass
time.
again. Yeah, I think you'd pick it every time over it. So.
All right, so let's sort
Like if
this.
it was a coin flip, like you hedged on green or something, or hedged on blue, and that pick, then yeah, obviously you'd like to have that pick back. But if it's something you're playing, then
I will say this is a really good looking deck. We're a little light on creatures. Just
how many yet?
15.
15, 16 really.
No, 15.
Dragonfly.
Yeah, 16. I'd like to have maybe one more creature, but it's not terrible. The creature's just because of the bonded construct. So things that stand out is we've got a nice curve. Couple 1-drops, 5 2-drops, 4 3-drops, some 4-drops there. The other thing is with these amount of cheap cards, the cards that actually cost 4 or more is actually fairly low. And they're all pretty high impact, except for Cobblebrute.
But
Cobblebrute
again, you got Rogue's Passage.
Yeah.
So he could be just an absolute beating.
All right, if Cobblebroote's the worst card in your deck, you're doing okay.
All right, so you probably should go ahead and add lands.
Yep. Suggest. Do we want to run 7/9 or do we want to run?
Well,
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're essentially running 7 plains, 9 mountains, or do you want to run
so,
8 plains, 9 mountains?
so wait, do you?
Oh, it's 8/8. 8/8.
It's 8/8 minus 2. You're running 16 lands. You already got 2 lands
Yeah,
in
you
your
got
deck.
2 up there, so
The Evolving Wild counts as a plains and a
yeah,
plains and a mountain.
14 is the total number of the counting right now. But
Right. Do we want to run?
7, 9.
I think 8 and 6 is probably right, isn't it?
That which would be 7 white, 9 red.
Yeah. I think it's actually pretty
Seems
close because we've
fine,
got
seems fine to me.
8.
3,
I think 6 and 8 seems right.
6 and 8 as opposed to 7, 7.
Yeah, just because of how many more red cards there are.
If you look at the curve, let's look at the curve.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
The curve is about
You
half
want
and
white
half,
early.
and then it comes out red, pretty
it goes
strong,
Back white.
and then it goes
Go ahead
double
and do
white.
7/7 then. Hopefully,
I think you're gonna be fine either way.
yeah. It probably won't matter.
Well, the little things make the difference. That's the difference. That's our 3 and 2%. But those 3 and 2% might come up. All right, let's call this the deck. Let's look at it for a second. Make sure that we're good on it. Let's look at the sideboard options.
Dude,
What good on
all
it.
is broken.
Yeah. So I actually like that we have all of these cards to bring in. Not necessarily at the same time, but if we need to go bigger, we've got a lot of options there. We really don't have options to go to any other color because all these cards are bad.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about it. Let's submit. And Brad, would you like to play it out for us?
I can. Yeah.
Zane, you're not familiar with this client, are you?
I am not.
All right, you shouldn't use it. It's off.
It's pretty bad.
It is. I mean,
Did you
familiar
submit
with
it?
the basic way of doing
It
it.
said you submitted it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
So now, it usually takes this screen away, doesn't it?
No, we're waiting. It's grayed out. Call is broken. Is call actually broken? Which one's call?
The +2/+2.
Oh, call the full moon. The +3/+2. I like it in aggressive decks. Brad, important thing to remember about this card if you haven't played it. If you play the call,
Whoops. I didn't think I could do that.
you can hit submit deck again.
What's the one from Theros?
The one from Theros?
The one in a red +3 whatever.
I don't know.
The one that but it's like the people used to be like, oh, but they get to 2-for-1 you all the time, but it's like you just lose if you can't kill
Yeah,
them.
Call of the Full Moon is answer me or die. And that's fine. That's our whole deck. I mean, if they're answering our stuff, we're in trouble.
Woo! It happened.
God, what is the name of that card? Right, what's that card?
What
Gordon
card?
Muncie said he'd give.
Oh,
he'd
are you
give-
talking about the Theros +1/+1 ones?
No, this is like +3/+0, and it can't be blocked except by 2 creatures or something like that.
Oh, that's the one from Cons.
Is it Con?
That's my favorite one.
One.
It's +3/+0. Can't be blocked except by 2 creatures.
Yeah, that had some removal too.
And Muncie was like, if anybody puts that in their deck and wins, I'll give them $20 extra or whatever.
I mean, it's definitely a powerful card. It's just that format had a lot more creatures that could answer it. That looks like a great hand. Snap keep, 1-drop removal.
As
3-drop,
long as we
4-drop.
draw the 3rd land by turn 3. Otherwise,
It's fine.
we're
No, we can't
just
not
gonna die.
We can't not keep hands with 2 lands and cards to play.
So I can F6 his turn.
And then we can play our mountain and our bonded construct. Yeah. No, not
Man, it's going real slow. Okay, there we go.
All right, so downside to bonded construct here.
Close all this junk in the background. Maybe that's what's slowing
All
it
that
down.
junk in the trunk. You need to F6,
Oh, alright.
and you probably want to F6 on his turn too.
I will.
Well, you're not
All right,
his
so-
double white haste.
I definitely want to play that.
And we're good. We don't want
Yep.
F6 on his turn because of the fire impulse. We can't F6 on our turn. You have to do it again because. All right, let's get that F2 button ready. This is not the kind of hand we want, by the way.
Not really.
We've got a ton of 2-drops, and that was one of the reasons that made me happy to keep the bonded construct. All right, well, we can't kill that.
No,
Nope.
you can't.
That's the kind of card we can lose to straight up. All right, so I think we play Relic Seeker. I think we play Relic Seeker and keep up Lightning Javelin, and then
You mean
Fire Impulse. Yep. And if he attacks, then we block with the bonded construct and Fire Impulse it.
Yeah, because you cannot let that thing get renowned.
Yeah, a 4/5 vigilance will basically completely prevent us from playing the game.
True story.
It's sad that our Relic Seekers foil, because if we have both of them out, like one in one game and another, our opponent might notice that we have 2 Relic Seekers, which is weird.
Well, hopefully they'll die to them.
Hopefully they'll. I mean, we have to assume that they don't have a combat trick because it's just impossible to beat otherwise. Our other option would be to double block and Fire Impulse, but then we're trading 3 for 1, and that might be too much of a cost.
You're not trading 3 for 1 though. The thing can only kill one of those creatures.
Oh,
So
it's
you
double
should
block.
Definitely double block and burn. Just double block, and then if he plays a combat trick, then you burn it out.
Oh, we don't even burn it out, unfortunately.
Nope. We probably lost that Relic Seeker then.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's a great trade for us.
Yeah, you okay. Oh,
It's fine.
right. So you do have to burn it out.
So we just use the Fire Impulse.
So
We're going to sacrifice a bonding construct. Cast.
so now we cast, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's fire. And hope that he doesn't have like a
Titan Strength.
Titan strength. Yeah. Or not Titan strength.
Oh well, we probably should have waited till the block to happen and damage to go through.
Yeah, you should have waited till after combat.
Alright.
Killed it, but-
In step, we can F6 his turn.
All right, Cobble Brute.
Well, that was 2 for 2. That was fun.
Just
And
3
that
for
was
2.
3 for 2.
Oh, we spent 3 cards to do that?
Yeah.
2 creatures. And
Oh, wow.
His,
that was
his
that was
creature
rough.
was better than both of your creatures combined.
This is true.
I mean, as
F6.
far as the effect on the game.
And that's the spot where I like Cobble Brute.
Here's the fun thing. If he drops anything with 3 or less toughness, we kill it.
Yeah.
And then swing for 5. Oh, look, he did.
So his deck's awesome. That card's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never even saw any of those.
We saw one, but it was
Oh,
pack
we did
free.
see one? Okay.
Yeah,
There was probably only
So this is his turn, F6.
You didn't hit it.
Alright, so we play another land. Flame Javelin. Gadoosh.
Okay, just naming it.
Let's put it on
Other
top.
cards that are.
That card will win the game. He can play blockers.
Do we click here?
You right click the card.
Right click the card.
Put it on
top. Okay.
Because that thing.
Never
will
done
make-
that before.
That thing will make Cobble Brute.
So now we go to attack step.
And we kill him in 4 turns.
Unless
And he's playing white, so the amount of cards he has that can answer it is very low. He used his Celestial Flare. He probably doesn't have multiples of those. And
If he has a suppression bonds, if he uses it on Cobble Brute, you're okay with that.
yeah. And there's a good chance he doesn't play something with 3 toughness, so next turn we can throw down the like if he plays a creature with 2 power, you just play the tactician and then swing in. Perfect. Yep.
It should be noted though that card is absurd if he's got a lot of enchantments.
So I can have 6 this turn, right?
Yeah. All right, let's go with the
So
tactician.
you would rather do the tactician than... Well, yeah, that's a better play.
Yeah.
Doop, doop.
You wanted to leave the white open. You know?
Yeah, leave the one wide open next time.
I watched on coverage somebody played Blessed Spirits and a Nightly Valor on it and just beat somebody.
Do we have to do anything to this?
You just wait for him.
Okay, so now we just attack, right?
F2 and attack.
Boop.
All right, and our opponent can trade a spell and Blessed Spirits for Cobble Brute, which we're fine with.
Or another Celestial player.
Which I'm also fine with.
Guess he didn't have.
All right.
A 6.
And then I think that we are just making Cobble Brute unblockable and attacking with the Tactician and the Cobble Brute every turn.
Yep.
Sure. Get in there for 4.
F6.
We should not F6. We should represent Fire Impulse. Or other burn spells. We do have 2 mana. We could have the Sacrifice card and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, he's probably swinging with that.
Wow.
Oh, he didn't see the road's passage, I guess.
He does.
Might as well play this land. Nope, keep it in a hand. We don't need it.
We will need it because we want to be able to play Rogue's Passage and something else later.
Yeah, we'll probably pitch it to the other spell, though, right? So
We took that spell out of the deck.
Oh, right.
Alright, you need to use that ability probably now.
Oh, okay. So...
Just, right click it. Oh, you need to clear attackers first.
Oh, okay. Now I have to.
Both of them.
Oh,
It's too late. Alright, now use your Rogue's Passage. You missed the trigger for the other one.
ah, dang it.
It's not the end of the world. It's
1,
just,
2, 3, 4. Yeah, Paper Magic makes you sloppy online.
yeah, I'll probably play the next game just due to time in case we have to go to a third game.
Oh, we're waiting on him. Okay.
I really don't like him keeping both cards back. The good news is it keeps back Ampered and Tactician. The reason I like attacking with both is in that spot we can make it so our opponent, unless they have a combat trick, they might. But I think that we just keep Rogue's Passaging. We Rogue's Passage next turn and attack with both.
Alright. Definitely want to attack with both in case he has a Celestial player.
He just
Begin sideboarding. Seemed pretty good.
Yep.
Let's sort this by converted mana cost again.
Let's look at our sideboard,
And
but I don't
just
think
look.
there's anything.
Yeah, I don't...
If game 3 we see if we see 2 or more suppression bonds, I would bring in the Aesthetic, and that's it.
That makes sense.
I would take out like an Shrouding Mist.
Yep, I think we're good to go. I'm going to let you pilot this one.
Just a little more hustle. Yeah. Yeah, we actually. There we go. So we're looking for 2 lands and anything. That's it. Anything with 2 lands is good enough.
Did you buy tiny drones, Brad?
Actually, yeah.
Brad has tiny drones.
They're just tiny helicopters, but
They're drones.
I mean, you can call
Don't
them
listen to
what you
Brad. He works for Amazon. They're tiny drones.
want. Amazon. Deliver packages. My drones. Merge. Wow, it looks like almost everyone is done. Oh, everyone is done with their first game. Look
This
at that.
format's fast.
That is wicked fast.
Yes.
It wasn't wicked fast when people started drafting it. That's for sure.
It'll just get faster and faster. This format. There's a couple of good control decks. There is, but the thing about them is they require specific uncommons and rares. There's not a good control deck at common, and that's what takes a lot of power out of it. If you open up a Languish, then yeah, look to blue-black control. It's going to be a good deck. It's going to be open. You're going to have the tools for it, but you need like a Languish and an Eyeblight Massacre for it to really get there. Now, you look at the deck. I mean, if someone played an Eyeblight Massacre, what happened to us? It beat us
all
up.
stuff fifth, yeah.
But the other thing is, if I get my Topin Flea Blade in just one time before then, well, it didn't do as much.
I definitely want to point out that you said if the Cobble Brute is the last thing standing when the dust clears, we're probably going to win, especially with the Rogue Passage. And that exactly happened that game. That was very cool.
He's a bit guy. People, Rogue Cobble Brute is worse this time than last time he was printed. But last time he was printed in Izzet. And you gotta be like, I gave him flying! Everyone's unblockable. And he's massively awesome when he gets to be unblockable or flying. Here, he's just usually gonna trade down. But, I would trade him for the Castellan.
He's just normal good now.
Yeah, he's just normal good.
Yeah, I think he's below normal good. I think he's our worst card in our deck. And that's okay.
He just crushed. It's a bit slow.
It's a bit slow, but I got a 2-drop.
It does have a Evolving Wilds first turn, though.
It's a bit slow. It's a
Yeah,
3/4, but I'm thinking we're going to keep it.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get better. Keep, and then play that Evolving Wilds and go
Yeah.
get you Plains.
This would definitely not be a keep if we didn't have the Relic Seeker. Oh, I'm happy.
I don't like Jailer.
I do. He's playing bad cards.
Okay, I don't like Jailer on our side of the field.
Let's get our planes anyway.
Yeah, definitely want to get that.
Planes. Alright. Just play the planes so I can F6. I'm not here to try to trick our opponent like we're playing 3-color terrible deck.
But you are.
Oh,
Well.
but I am. Now, if our opponent plays the Topin Fleet Blade, they're playing good cards with it too. And I mean, the problem with Jailer is it's just so bad so many games,
a
right?
2-drop into a 3-drop next turn. Beautiful.
Oh, it's going to be 2-drop attack with Relic Seeker, Keeping Open, and Shrouding Mist. And if he's spending 3 mana every turn to tap down a Relic Seeker or
We're going to win.
Gearcrafter, right? We're going Relic Seeker, Gearcrafter, Cobble Brute.
Face
Trying
punch. Yes.
If you guys ever just watch me getting too fancy, just remember the core basics are really good. And this set is a great set for remembering that because fancy stuff just doesn't fly here. The next set, the bigger sets, you'll see the synergy decks. You'll see me playing this really awful.
And me being
Zendikar roll.
annoyed.
But this set, we're just going to beat down. Sometimes we'll open to Languish. We're just going to beat down.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to play that much.
We might. I mean,
He
if we
really
don't-
thought about that for a very long time, I thought.
I mean, he
Maybe
just
he
doesn't want to
wasn't-
see it.
Maybe he wasn't paying attention. I bet that is going to be tapped down. Unless there's a really awesome creature right now.
How much did you have to pay for these?
I'm going to attack with my Relic Seeker.
75 cents?
Are you shitting me? They're like $8 now.
What?
Yeah, I was wondering if you got it on the ground.
All right, Relic Seeker, get in there.
Yeah, they're like.
Whoop. That thing is a 2/3.
And I've got an
Oh, you
Enshrouding
ready?
Mist. I'm
You
ready.
ready? You're not even playing a land first.
Nope. He
What?
doesn't need to have a land. Why?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Less he thinks I can have, the better. And if he doesn't block it, I'm going to play a Gear for Gearcrafter and chump block that Castellan.
Seems legit all the way around.
Seems legit.
Titan Strength would be a blowout right now.
My opponent really can't assume I have anything because this attack's insane. So he basically just has to
so
play
that's
it.
why I would assume you did have it. But since you have Renown, I might be willing to be okay with that.
I think the Castellan's enough better that I would not make that trade.
Unless you had the move. Unless you had the thing in your hand. Oh, okay. So he's just letting you kill it. That's even better.
It's so much better.
All right.
You know why it's really so much
So
better?
he was scared enough of the trick.
I'm not going to. I am going to chump just because I could just let him get it and then play the Cobble Brute and trade with it. It's a 4/5 that trades with a Cobble Brute.
Wait, did you get your Renown trigger?
He blocked.
Oh, he blocked. Right. Man.
So he attacks
Brain
with the
doing too many things at once. So he's going to attack with it, obviously.
We could double block. Yeah, let's double block. I can't attack through it, so I've got a double block.
So if you double block and he uses a trick,
Then it was a 1-for-1.
then that's fine. Okay. Do it.
The
Of
fact,
all the things you could draw, though, I think maybe chump blocking would have been better, but maybe not. It's hard to tell.
yeah. The other thing is if these trade, I get to have a Cobble Brute and a Relic Seeker on the board, and he has
gets to have
nothing.
Yeah.
You got anything, bud?
Doesn't look like it does.
Nope.
He might have another creature.
Probably doesn't live through a Cobble Brute.
That's a good point. Well, and the Cobble Root gains protection, right?
He doesn't even have anything. No, it's just +1/+1 and prevents all damage that would be dealt to it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it usually
So
is
it
a one
does.
couple.
It does give it protection.
It protects it from dying, but not from. It doesn't make it not blockable.
Yeah.
Suppression bonds your Relic
Ooh.
Seeker. I'm happy with that.
Oh, that's a good day right there.
Now let's get the Cobble Brute out, or the Token Free Blade. The Cobble Brute.
Huh? The what?
Cobble Brute. I was thinking about playing the Token Free Blade.
So, enchantments, do they fall off still? Or have they never fallen off? I can never remember.
They would, but it doesn't give protection. It just prevents all damage that would be available.
Right. I keep thinking it gives protection. But it
If
just
it gave-
gives
yeah.
protection from death, not protection from
Yeah.
colors.
If it gave protection, I would be playing Token Free Blade and Shrouding Mist and having some sweet renown going on.
That Renowned Vigilance guy is the best.
Oh yeah, next turn. I was close to playing the Token Free Blade. It's just so much more mana efficient if we draw another 2-drop that I went with the Cobble Brute, but that was the main factor.
Yeah, because if he does have anything, which probably not. Well, that's about to die.
Yeah, I'm going to attack into it. I'll probably Enshrouding Mist.
I would. Ooh, man. This is
Alright.
basically a perfect turn. 2/2 drops.
I got to play my whole hand.
Except for that land, yeah.
I'll hold the land back.
Yeah, don't bother.
Alright, so this was the sweetest hand.
This is how I always feel against red opponents. They seem to always have it.
I mean, we didn't always have everything. We didn't have Burn.
It felt like it to him, though.
Oh yeah, this guy is just
I
on the back
mean,
foot.
it felt like
Yeah, that
it.
guy had a bad day.
This guy has it coming because he played an American Jailer. Oh, he just took the 5.
That
Oh,
is
gosh.
the hardcorest thing
Bad day.
I've ever seen.
Man, I'm gonna block with
There's a
my
woodbine, right?
What boy? Oh, it's in the closet.
the double Relic Seeker. See, my opponent right now is thinking you're so lucky for having Relic Seeker double. When really, I would much rather just have Token Free Blades.
I'd agree with that. I mean, you are going to go get a relic and then play it that turn and click it.
Now this does untap a creature if it's renowned. So I mean, if we had a renowned creature, that got
I
through.
mean, I don't care.
I'm just going to use the Enshrouding Mist. I think I'm going to block with the Free Blade. I think at this point I would rather have the equipment just because we have the mana available than the Vigilance. So I'll block with the Free Blade and use the Enshrouding Mist and see how that goes.
You're actually assuming he's going to attack.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, well, he is going to +2/+2 in attack.
I'll double block and use the Enshrouding Mist. It's
I
a 2.
actually think you should just take it.
And I'll let him have a 4/3.
Well, you still have a 5/2.
Good point. Let's go for that. Oh, what?
What?
He didn't attack.
That must have been a misclick. Don't bother playing the land. You don't need it.
Oh, I can play it after combat. All right, let's attack with everything. And then I've got 2 tricks.
I agree with attacking with everything. You do, in fact, have 2 tricks.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, how likely are you to have 2 tricks? The answer is not very likely.
And he's
the-
got 1 mana. If he had 2, I'd say that definitely means you attack with everything.
Yeah, his Shrouding Mist is the only card he can play. All right, now
So you want to Enshrouding Mist the one and Titan Strength the other?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, and on the 5/2, yeah.
Let's wait for him to return this and see if he's doing anything.
Yeah. When we get priority again, right?
Yeah.
And then
I mean, we live in Blowout City. It doesn't
bottom.
matter because we're getting our stuff back. We're getting.
What do you mean? Oh, we're shuffling.
Why? Yes, I would
I would like to use that and get the one thing in the deck.
cast it.
Should have left the red open.
We're equipping.
Oh.
What do we want to live the most?
I would go and give it to the Cobble Root. I don't know of anything that would make the difference with 1 toughness, but why not? It's only 1 to re-equip, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, so our opponent does have cards, but they don't have time.
That guy is amazing. I love that creature.
So we can attack our. We can
So
equip
I
our
would
Relic
equip
Seeker.
it to the Relic Seeker now, and then swing just those two guys.
And then,
Actually, no. Go ahead and swing all three. Because if he blocks the 2 and gets a free block, then you also get 9 damage through, which puts him at 4. So that's a death sentence. So just equip it to the other thing and attack with everything.
All right. And he will probably block the Token Flea Blade, and then the Bogart Brute will just kill him.
Was that Brad attack the other thing and attack the other thing?
Attacking. That is today's.
You
theme.
turns him sideways, you wins the games.
Ooh,
Attack
sideways.
the other thing and attack the other thing?
Pack, here we come. Don't misclick. Hate when we misclick.
Yeah. All right. Attack with crawl creatures. And it probably looks like we have another trick too.
Yeah. I mean, we are holding cards.
He's going with it. He
He is going with a free block. Now, so that is a death sentence, though. Unless he's got life gain?
He might.
You know what's even better? I'll have the veteran sidearm on that, so if I decide I want to trade, I can trade. All
It
right.
has menace, it actually can't be blocked. So that is a death sentence.
If he plays another creature, he's got to play a lot of creatures though.
Now, if he plays another creature, you have 3 attackers, but he needs 4 blockers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs 4 blockers not to die. Well, Mobius pick back in the saddle with red white.
The W. I can't even make that symbol with my hands.
See, and the thing about like when we draw our cards, the things about this deck is none of these cards by themselves are very powerful. Do any one of these cards? This is the only powerful card we
Like
have.
that guy. That
Right
guy's
here.
good.
Yeah, Seismic Elemental. That's the only card that you draw. We play it and we go, oh, we're really getting in there. You know, Emperor and Tactician, sure, whatever, you know. Fire Impulse. It's this total accumulation of cheap, powerful cards. You know, and then apparently lands. None of these cards are impressive.
Nope. I'm
But
very
the total
impressed.
package. It's the curve that makes the difference.
That's pretty cool.
So we've got a lot of 2-0s, 2 2-0s, and 2 1-1s. Let's look at. So actually, one thing we do want to mention before we forget is we will be looking at the new Hearthstone cards coming out.
Whenever
soon.
they do. I thought that was today, but we loaded the client. That wasn't the case.
So we will be doing a review of those and talking about it a little bit.
And you may be doing it by yourself because I'm going to be out of town for the next 2 weeks.
again. This Gen Con thing's killing me.
I drive a lot. I travel a lot for work, so
He's lying. He plays Gen Con all of the time.
just board games.
I am working on getting my setup. Put
You're
up.
welcome to invade my house and
I might end up having to do that.
stream.
No way we can take another 2-week break.
I mean, I could even give you a key or so. I don't know.
Nah, we can just have him when your housemate's here. But we're trying to get one set up. You guys have seen Zane before. We'd like to bring him in some.
Oh yeah, that would be excellent if you two could.
Yeah,
stream.
yeah. We would play the silliest. That would be terrible. We would play like Q. Would be like,
I'm
oh,
really
you
the
see
voice
my
of reason.
Brad is
Voice
the voice
of aggro reason.
of beating things to death. He's
Yes.
he's the red at heart.
You turns them sideways till they die.
Yeah, me and Zane would just play blue black stupid shenanigans every day, and Brad would be like, "I'm gonna kill you with red white aggro and win." Yeah, but Ashley, you guys have seen Ash before on here too. We'll start playing a little bit too on here, so we have more content. We're gonna try to get some. I'm gonna try to go 3 things a week. Might not just me and Brad, due to his super busy work schedule with Gen Con, where he delivers genies. He's a genie delivery man. But let's look at the
If
last.
you say so.
The last standings at the last tournament. Star City, right? Is that where we're going?
Huh? Yeah.
Whoop.
Go for it.
I just saw stars, but there we go. Star City. Sinkhole. Star Cities. And we'll look at this until our next thing comes up. Let's look at... Is it events?
Dex. I think it's Dex. And
Dex.
you want standard, modern?
I want to look at the standard for the last Grand Prix that just came out.
That would be it. The one in London?
Was it London?
Is that the one?
There was a
talking
couple...
about earlier.
No, but there were a couple good ones.
I guess the last one that
You
you're
gotta be
thinking
careful
of.
looking on Star City stuff because they keep posting old crap.
Oh, really?
Wait. That's a Grand Prix...
Maybe the Grand Prix you're thinking of was hosted by Channel 5 though?
San Diego? Yeah, it was.
It was in fact Channel 5.
That would be why.
Oh, did they not list those?
What? No, they only list their own events.
Oh.
This Star City events.
Well, let's look up.
I don't know why you're surprised by that.
That makes sense. Grand Prix San Diego.
Yep, that's probably what you want.
Yeah, let's look at the deck list. So there's something I want to point out. Every once in a while, Standard is known for being kind of monotonous, but sometimes it gets a little crazy. And we did see the Blue-Red Thopter deck come out, but if you guys haven't seen the last Blue-Red deck that's been winning,
I'm not sure this is what you want.
it's, let's see if I can find. This does not look like it at all.
You got a Grizzlebrand.
Hey, Grizzlebrand. Let's look at deck lists. Deck lists. Popping up. Oh, we'll wait for our next
Maybe
round.
that's what you want.
Top 32.
There's a top 8, top 32. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll look at the top 32 deck lists. All right, started here in 9th. We did see multiple green-white Constellation decks. It's a legit deck. It attacks the format from a good angle, and it's been fairly successful about that. Again, this is a card deck that is very specific to being extremely life gain oriented. Cards like Herald of the Pantheon and Nyx Ram Mainboard and Courser lets you gain a lot of life early, and things like Eidolon of Blossoms, Krufix Insight, Starfield of Nyx, and Signal of Undertone give you a lot of grindiness. It gives you a lot of distance to move. So you can beat an aggressive deck with this life gain package, or you can beat a more controlling deck by actually just out-carding them. They've got to answer a lot of your cards. After this, I'm expecting to see a lot stronger enchantment removal. There are ways to fight this deck if you want to. Of course, the problem comes while you're fighting that deck. You can be staring down a black-red, essentially, version of some sort of mid-range dragon deck. So now you have to have these answers for enchantments, which you don't want to have because you have to answer a bunch of dragons. Hangerback Walker making an appearance here. This guy is an MVP. I think Brad picked up 1, 2, or 20.
6 or 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Standard control decks. Sultai. Din Protector is the real card that's pushing the Din Protector and Seder Wayfinder. It's a nice little combo here. Works with Jace, Vin's Prodigy. If you peg that card as the best card in the new set, you are correct for Standard. This is the most powerful card.
That's why I didn't trade it for $12.
Yep, the $12. Hangerback Walker's up there too.
No, I think they're more than that now. Aren't they?
What?
Aren't they?
I could have sworn that I saw them the other day for like $13.99 or something.
Oh, okay.
We're seeing other versions of control like you expect. Abzan control gain a little bit right there, especially Nissa. I think that's really the only deck where it's good in it. The green-white aggro decks. These came out in force, and they punched up some people. There were a lot of them, and they were good. Turns out the best version of Abzan with Seed Rhinos is the one that doesn't run Seed Rhinos right now. Which is odd, right? Because Seed Rhino's been really good. But
Doesn't even run Abzan colors.
no, it's just the green-white.
No, the Abzan control deck is solid.
I do like some green white. This
Right.
looks like a fun deck to play.
When you're looking down the red decks, you really don't have the time to have these enter the battlefield tap lands and all that. And that's really what pushed us to the green-white. Is the mono-red.
Which is probably on this list somewhere.
Look, it's the same deck.
Is it? No.
It is.
It
I
is,
think
wow.
that the Pantheon team was.
They still call it Megamorph though. That's pretty neat. It only plays what?
Din Protector Deathless Raptor.
That's it.
Are you done with that?
That's the
Hidden
whole
Dragon Slayer.
Oh, they're running Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, they
they're
actually
running the whole
changed.
Megamorph package then.
Megamorph.
Yeah, they
All right, we've got the blue, red, and soul artifact. So, like, you see a lot of different angles
What
here.
does this guy do?
Chief of the Foundry.
Neat. What a weird deck.
Have you not seen this deck?
No, I haven't looked at
This,
Magic
this one
in
got
a
second
month
place
and a
in
half.
the Pro Tour.
Yeah, this one won the Pro Tour.
No, second place.
Second place? Oh, second place. Sorry.
Mono Red won the Pro Tour again.
Nice.
It's an affinity variant. Very powerful. It has some bad draws. And
I
you're-
like it.
Yeah, there's a couple cards you're running that are not exciting. Not too much.
Whoa! You gain 1 life for each colorless creature you control.
Yeah, it's not very good, but it's fine. It's good against the red decks. That's what you're running. You can play as a control deck with this in some ways, an attrition-based deck.
It's unfortunate that you couldn't play that in Modern in Affinity.
Yeah, it's just not good enough there.
It's just not good. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh look, Xenagos is back.
Green-red devotions, still a big deck.
Yep, this is pretty much the same deck that it's been being.
Yep.
They didn't.
Even got a Courageous Claws in it.
Nissa's the
They put
only.
this in it.
They put Nissa in it, yeah, but. Oh look, Xenagos and Big Nissa.
It's just better to ramp into. The devotion, the mostly green decks are more about ramping out things than building up lands.
Alright, here's another one. This one's actually Abzan.
It's another control deck. It's running Tragic Arrogance.
Oh,
Right.
neato.
So,
I
a
like
powerful
this one.
card. And but nothing special. Like there's a very diverse field, so
Really nothing special.
it's hard to create a sideboard
Oh, look,
that
an
answers everything.
actual Abzan control deck. It's still around.
Yeah, it's still good.
It's got the Ugin, the Solemn Visitor.
Right. And so let's talk about the Solemn Visitor for a second. That's one of the key cards in a concession. It's not the best card against aggressive decks. It's not the best card against controlling decks, but it's an excellent midway point. Like, you might think about running another big Planeswalker, but it's just so bad to have that many bad draws against mono red. Hey,
24 more seconds.
I think we're going to have
I
to...
really like the Solemn Visitor.
But yeah, and there's just one. You don't want to see it that often, but it's fine to get the first one. More green-red devotion. All right. Are we ready for it?
Yeah, 8 seconds. We'll go back to that after we
We'll
crush
finish
this
up.
next round.
Yeah.
Where's your ad deck?
I'll lead this first one. We'll have Brad finish it up on the second.
For it?
We would like to play first.
It's on that tape. It's on that
All right, this looks like a great hand.
shelf next to the TV.
We got 2 drops.
Ooh, look
And-
at that. 2 drops.
Now, do we want to play the Subterranean or the Dragon Fodder? I
Let's
will.
play it by ear for right now. Because, well, we definitely want to play the mountain first. So, I think we want to play the Dragon Fodder first.
Because
and then play
Subterranean
the
is
Subterranean
so
when we
good
can
at
use its ability.
with the Sergeant. I like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably, if we didn't have the Sergeant, if we didn't have a if we didn't have a reason to want to use the Subterranean, I would play the Subterranean. There's a lot of.
Now, if we don't draw
2-drop
another land here, are we gonna Subterranean and then put a
Nah.
call on it, or are we just gonna call one of the?
We're just going to
tokens?
call one of the tokens. We're going to make them answer a 4/3 trample.
It has trample. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, apparently we're doing that.
Our opponent can have bounce. Don't care.
Wow. Let's hopefully draw that land next turn.
Yeah, we can play the
I
Sergeant.
mean, we're doing all right for being stuck on 2 lands.
Call of the Full Moon is the kind of card you want to play when things look grim and you need a high risk, high reward card. Sure. It's fine.
Oh, it returns all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if we don't draw land, we will lose. But, you know,
That's pretty sad.
sometimes you don't draw lands. They didn't draw land. They're just drawing really good 2-for-1s for us. They're blowing it up on us.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to lose when you don't draw lands.
Well, also when our opponent's 2-for-1ing us multiple times. Alright, let's go ahead and throw down...
Probably the Menace guy, right?
Well,
Or do you want the other one?
let's go with the first strike guy. He needs another
Oh,
way.
yeah. Go for the first strike guy. Good call.
And my goal is to actually play the Tactician after I have these other 2 cards out, if I can help it, because they give so much more effect. And we're going to need a lot of...
Wow.
It's fine.
If he just keeps drawing lands and answers, it's going to be hard to come back.
It's true. If he plays an answer every turn, he'll probably win the game. But there's only so many answers in the set. Alright, so I think we play the Gear Crafter, and then the Tactician the next turn.
Okay. Gearcrafter trade the two.
Man. Just get in there for
Okay.
5.
Play the Evolving Wilds, go get you a planes.
Yeah, we'll just wait until his turn.
Okay, just don't F6. Alright, go ahead and pop it.
So our opponent's playing that blue-black deck, by the way. Things like the Wave will help. Oh, Whirler Rogue will single-handedly make our deck much worse. The good news is that makes the Tactician much better this turn. But Whirler Rogue is one of the best. Alright, we'll represent a threat of some sort. We'll go ahead and swing in. We can't afford to be the defensive deck because we don't have the cards to do that. So we just have to hope that we string together some good cards and get far enough ahead. Our opponent had answers for our first few cards.
And we didn't draw the lands on time.
Yep. I'd say we're not in an awful position, but we're not in a
Not
great
really.
position. The Tactician is still a big body. It is a 3/3. Was a 3/3. Our opponent has played great cards across the board. Ooh, ooh. All right, we're hoping to draw a land so we can play out both of these cards.
That's crazy. They had a pretty good draw. That's not terrible.
No, we're going to play our 2 creatures and pass the turn and let him get in for 3, and we'll trade anything else.
Well, actually, you should just block that with your one flyer, right?
This makes us discard a card.
Oh,
When it dies.
When it dies?
Yeah. So we're going to save a turn, because I'd rather take 3 than discard this card.
Okay. So you're gonna trade your 2/2 for their 2/2?
I'm going to trade my
for one?
Bogart Brute for his eyeball. It depends on how he attacks, really. Good.
All right. So 2/2 for 2/2, 1/1 for 1/1. Keep the menace guy.
No, I'm going to keep the Free Blade. I'm going to try to get through a 3/3.
Oh, well, you might should keep the menace guy too then.
I don't think we have the life to do both, do we?
Up to you. The one guy has vigilance, so
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Let's take 5 and go to 7. Whew.
I thought we were the aggro deck.
We have to be the aggro deck. Just blowing us out. Yeah, it's a good time to play Seismic Elemental and get in for 3. That's all we have to do. Alright, so if he attacks with everything, we'll block these 2, take 3, play the Bogart Brute or the Lightning Javelin.
I think you're just gonna have to discard a card.
Just block here and here. Yeah.
Well, he may not attack.
If I was him, I would continue attacking. We are very low. And getting
Well, he's
through-
going to give us 2 creatures by attacking, and to give us 2 damage.
I think
3
it's worth for him because it'll put us to 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that does.
It's back a Whirler Rogue
Huh?
with 2+1/+1 counters on it.
Nice.
We're gonna
What
die.
an excellent deck.
He's playing a control deck. He's,
Well, now he'll probably attack.
oh yeah. And he can tap 2 things to make something unblockable.
Oh,
He made the wrong creature unblockable.
yeah.
Well, I guess we have to
I
discard
mean,
Whirler Rogue.
the game's over, right? We can't block either of those.
Oh, yeah, we're at 2 then.
How did the... Oh, okay. So next turn, he's got 3 flyers, and we just die, right? Yeah.
7.
He's got 3 flyers.
Yeah, and there's no way
He's
we
at
can do
11.
damage.
So,
Yeah, we would attack otherwise, but yeah. All right, Brad, you ready for this?
I mean, I'll let you go ahead and
Pilot us
play,
to lose.
But I mean, there's nothing for him. We just want to be as fast as possible, right?
Is there anything that's bad against him? Is what we should ask.
Well, if he doesn't have perfect removal, all our cards are fine. So,
We could consider taking out Dragon Fodder for one of the bigger drops. I don't know if I like that or not.
I mean, he got really lucky with his removal early.
well, he's got 2 bounce spells.
So, I mean, maybe that enchantment's not the best then.
I actually just think Dragon Fodder is the card I'd like to cut.
Oh, really? He's got 2 bounce spells. One of them bounces one thing, and one of them bounces everything with a converted mana cost.
Yeah, and he's just got a bunch of 2/2s. The 2/2s is the real reason.
Okay, all right. Go
I
for
just-
it. What do you want to put in?
We don't really have that many good things. I guess like a pickle boar. It's not great, but it's big. And he's going to have answers. And this is just another card he has to answer. I think
Okay.
that's it.
That's fine. Now, if you wanted to go 2-drop and put in a magmatic insight, we could do that too.
Yeah, that's a later play too.
Okay. What about the Kithions thing? We could play that instead of a pickle boar.
Kithion's Tactics.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's double white. We have to have a lot of creatures.
What's the enlightened thing up there? Oh, that's
Destroys
that.
an enchantment.
Yeah, there's no point in that.
All right. I think we should just go with the Prickleborn. Give him
Okay,
another
let's do it.
must answer card. Yeah, we'd like to play first.
Yes.
Let's keep. It's slow, but we have a lot of 2-drops.
Wow, it's a rough hand.
It is, but we're not going to get better.
That's true.
This is the kind of hand that's the exact opposite hand that we want for him, by the way. But if we draw any sort of anything, Token Free Blade, there's a lot of 2-drops
Yeah.
and some
Just
3-drops.
a 2-drop would be nice. Okay, well, 4 drops all the way.
He does have to answer them. They do have a lot of toughness. I'm going to lead with the Charging Griffin into the Tactician, into the Seismic Elemental. At some point, put down a call, probably on a Seismic Elemental. Hangerback Water and Flashback Marauder. This guy's deck is good.
Wow.
That's a good combo. Alright, so let's do Sidearm and leave open other stuff. This is a depressing draw. If we don't draw a land next turn, we are in a rough spot, by the way. Our opponent is the beatdown.
With removal to boot. Well, game over, man. Game over.
My heart hurts, Brad. It hurts.
Wow.
We have a lot of 2-drops. We should be able to get some.
Mana.
And lands. We have lands and 2-drops.
Mana doesn't like us very much this game.
We basically... Okay, our opponent looks to miss a land drop 2. Nope.
Well,
It's not over yet, but it's probably over.
yep. I would imagine so.
Alright, and do we play the Griffin? I think at this point we just play the Tactician.
Yep.
Because at least that... Okay, I was going to be like, counter spells! It hurts! Alright. So our opponent discarded a swamp with that, so they've got plenty of lands. Alright, so we are hoping next turn. If we draw a land, I'm going to play Charging Griffin and keep open Titan Strength. Yeah, we just take the block. We can't afford to play around combat tricks. We'll just lose.
Yep. Suppose so.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Wow.
There's nothing else we could do. Now, that said, we can just equip this and make this a 3/3. That might be the better play because this doesn't
Yep,
add any
go for
toughness. Or,
It does that one.
yeah, it adds the same amount of toughness. Alright. There's...
This is rough.
I would have attacked with the Water Courser.
Oh, did you not?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's about to hurt. Well, you could enchant it with the +3/+2. You
And
could lightning javelin
He's
the
not
water
gonna,
courser.
He's not going to block it. Is the real problem. He's not going to block here. So we can Lightning Javelin the Courser and leave up Titan Strength, which I think is the play. Yeah?
Do what now?
Lightning Javelin the Water Courser and leave up Titan Strength to block with Charging Griffin.
That seems fine.
Alright. God, that hurts. If we were... Can we afford to... We can't afford to raise. It's just too much. We're too far behind. Is that even good? Let's put it on the bottom. We're looking to draw more powerful things at this point. We unfortunately have to make plays that are very greedy just to catch up. And if our opponent plays bounce or anything, we're just really out of luck.
Pretty true.
And again, we're losing to
Leave that on top.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna play Ringward now. Some spicy cards coming from his hand.
So we can't actually play the Relic Seeker and then enchant it, right? Because we'll lose our enchantment.
Correct.
Go ahead and give it +1/+1.
I was thinking about giving the Relic Seeker +1/+1.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That Prowess guy is going to kick our teeth in.
Next turn we're playing the Seismic Elemental, and then we're gonna try to get damage because I was about to say we had more damage on the board, but then our opponent played a Warlord Rogue, so we get to die.
Pretty true.
Yeah, we were getting there if they didn't have the Warlord Rogue, but Warlord Rogue I think seals us into dead. But we've got another match after this one.
It's quite a deck.
Oh yeah. Our opponent's pushing out those outs. Yeah, we just drew everything the wrong way. Are we dead next turn?
Yes.
What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are not dead next turn. So we play Cobble Brute, right?
I would play the 4/4.
Yeah, we play the 4/4.
So he hits us for 5, and then he kills us. So we're dead in 2 turns. Why are you attacking with 0/1?
What, so I can attack a Bonded Construct?
Why are you bothering? He's at 20.
We're gonna try to kill him.
Oh, okay, go for it.
And they'll block here.
Keep up, bro. Jeez.
Well, I mean, he's at 20 and we're at 8, and he has 5 flying, so.
I mean, we can concede, but we should just see what he does. I don't know what we can draw that'll kill Warlord Rogue and lots of 1/1s. Seems to be a good spot for a Chandra's Fury.
That would have been a good shot for trying to shoot.
Yeah, I was hoping to play the Cobble Brute, but we would need too many lands. But Reeves Hall, sure.
Okay. 4, 5, 6. Oh,
Maybe
it's
they're
actually
taking
dead.
Yeah. Yeah, we were dead if they played anything. But that's the way it had to be.
Yep.
Because if we draw a card, not enough. Yeah, they just curved out.
That was
We
pretty
did.
good, yeah. Pretty good curve
It was
out.
rough. It was hard on the heart. It was the reason they got to the next match. We didn't curve out.
No,
we game one, we did.
we were actually slow mana both games.
Yeah.
Green Red Devotion. We already looked at that one. More Megamorph.
Mm-hmm. Jeskai.
Jeskai, we hadn't seen this
Now,
one.
I do want to point out that Jeskai's gained a lot with Jace. Adds a lot of power to the deck. They're not running the enchantment, are they?
Jeskai Charm? No, not. No, they aren't running the
Oh, you
enchantment.
mean Ascendancy?
Yeah, they're not running the
Yeah.
Ascendancy.
They don't.
Jace is still good with all the cheap card, right? Where White's got a lot of powerful cheap
The
effects.
Ascendancy deck has gotten so good they've cut the Ascendancy.
Well, it's not the Ascendancy deck. It's actually Jeskai mid range or whatever they call it. Or Jeskai aggro, whatever they want to call
They're
it.
calling it just Jeskai.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if you listen to the LSV, it's Jeskai.
Jeskai. That's
Jeskai.
Jeskai.
All right, more green white megamorph. We're seeing a lot of green white
I
megamorph.
like it.
Green white aggro or megamorph, whatever they want to call it. It was the most represented on day 2.
Yeah, green red, and you can tell it preys on decks like this red deck. People expected mono red to be powerful because mono red does beat up a lot of decks, and green white
Which
beats
is why
up
they
that
got-
deck.
Which is why that guy won it. Because his deck beat up the green white.
All right,
3 for 4 damage. That's not bad.
yeah.
What else does it do?
Oh, the new
Exquisite Firecraft.
Exquisite Firecraft has spell mastery. It can't be countered by spells or abilities.
That's
Very
pretty
good.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
it's very powerful. We've got more Mega Morph coming out, more Abzan control. Like a lot of this, at the lower part, are these just really solid decks doing what you expect them to do. Oh, Jeskai Dragons. That's kind of interesting. It's a little bigger.
Haven't seen that one.
No. They're running the blue for the Icefall, the Mantis. I mean, Mantis Rider is like a tiny dragon. Could be able to go
Without Dragon Monk.
Jace, card you want to kill, into Mantis Rider, card you want to kill, into Thunderbreak Regent, card you want to kill, into Stormbreath Dragon, or
Card you wish you
Dragon
could
Lord,
kill.
Ojutai, or Icefall Regent. It's rough. It's just a lot of rough
Like it.
cards.
Also, I'd like to point out that allows them to play both the counter spell and Draconic Roar that are dragging
Yep,
away.
they're running Draconic War and Silmgar Sword. This is a really tempo-oriented deck, and they're just running
Oh
the white.
yeah,
'cause
that
they want
allows them to play it as a counterspell.
Yeah, it lets them play a lightning strike that also hurts their head, and a.
All right, let's go
and
to
an
the
outright
top 8.
counterspell. Yeah, I don't want to be a bother Brad, but neither one of the two things that you told me were in certain places or in certain places. So,
It's like
I was
the-
wondering
yeah,
if
there
you
you
had any other ideas as to where they might be.
I'll come help you.
All right, and so moving on from there, we're seeing the Abzan aggro
Either need blue binder.
right here
Does not appear to be in that.
in 8. Yeah, this one is unusual. We've seen a lot of the green-white. Now this is playing all 3 colors with the little bit more inconsistency, but a lot more power on it. You see also that they're not running the same enchantments. They're not running the Corsair Crucifix to gain the life, so it's a little bit more vulnerable to the red-based decks. But you got Siege Rider that also helps pull that front up
Unless
as
it's in
well.
those
Herald Torment
pre-release boxes for some reason.
is an extremely powerful card. I really like how they're running it here. This just looks like a really solid one of the older Abzan aggro decks. I don't think they're running any new cards. Nope.
I did throw the 2 worst cards I probably.
Just pushing in on those old cards with the old strengths.
I was like,
Michael Majors, blue-red tutelage. This was the deck that we saw win. And oh my gosh, Turbo Mill is in, and it is crazy. We saw turn 4 wins with this deck, just
well, I think it more or less.
eating people alive. Jace allowing you to use these other cards. The main deck, Anger of the Gods, to really take a lot of pressure off against these aggressive decks. You just have this much better matchup against the decks that are most likely to beat you. Things like Magmatic Insight, Tormenting Voice, Treasure Cruise, right? You see the Whelming Wave here, which basically bounces everything. And you usually don't have anything to bounce. Send to Sleep, giving you more time. A single Dig Through Time, because you can really only run 4 Treasure Cruise. And the namesake is Sphinx's Tutelage, right? Whenever you draw a card,
Dig Through Time doesn't trigger it, so.
target opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. If they're both non-land cards that share a color, repeat the process, right? And then you've got cards like Monastery Siege that also work with it. So
Oh, I also need the black-white lane.
your first trigger is going to get you 2 to 4 cards usually,
It's less important.
but then a second trigger is putting you at somewhere between 4 to 8.
Well, yeah, but I can't find
Every card that draws you cards, Dig Through Time doesn't, but everything else does. And it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent to answer this quickly. This deck is looking to kill you before turn 6, which is very aggressive. Cards like Radiant Fountain, adding time. Alhamarit's Archive, doubling your life gain, double the cards you draw. All these cards work together to build a strategy that's definitely beatable, but you have to focus on. So you've got to focus on this weird blue-red mill deck. You've got to focus on these enchantment decks, these really grindy decks, these control decks. Standard's a real mixed-up place right now, and your sideboard probably can't answer everything. So you want your main board to be able to answer a lot of those things. Paul Rietzel's Abzan Control, right? And this is the mini control, not the big control. Only 2 Elspeths. The Black-Red Dragons, downwards. We saw this earlier one too, with these just very aggressive, over-the-top kind of threats like Kolagon, being backed up by cards like Goblin Rabblemaster, Thunderbreak Regent, Hangerback Walker. So you essentially have 2-drop that you need to answer, into 3-drop you answer, 4-drop in the answer, and then some 5-drops. And then Hangerback Walker, again, double duty, also serves as a big card as well. And then cards just to get it through. We see another version of this Jeskai deck. It's kind of Jeskai mid-range deck. There's not really a lot of pressure on the first few turns, but then quite a few bit of pressure a little bit later. This one's running a little leaner with the Soulfire Grandmasters and the Goblin Rebel Masters. not the dragons. So I was wrong. This is more of an aggressive version. But the mana considerations, we're seeing people move away from Abzan and all of its answers into more just threat-dense decks. More green-white Megamorph. I think green-white Megamorph is one of the reasons that we see these more threat-dense decks, by the way. You just can't kill all of the threats in this green-white Megamorph deck. But you can certainly fly over quite a few of them, or overwhelm them with multiple creatures.
Decision to play Hearthstone and,
The Constellation decks we're seeing here, right? This was the other
you're welcome to their
contender in the finals. And we talked about it before, but having all these enchantment systems running the Elvish Mystics to give it a little bit more speed, a little bit more tempo, and a little less synergy. But the deck's already so strong synergistically, you can usually give up that.
I would take that pile. The rest of you could keep.
Esper Dragons.
Like the rest of it, bonfire. Shoot.
Right here. This is just a standard Esper's Dragons list. It's only running the 5 dragons. They're trying a Jace here. Jace is nice. It works very well with the Havens. Now, only 2 Havens is surprising. Usually I would expect to see 3 Havens here. I'm not sure if the 3 islands or not. It's really hard to say with just the 2 Havens. But they're not running that many dragons. They do need to be able to cast all of their control spells to get there as well. But it's a hard spot because it's essentially a land that also acts as a creature.
Every time I come over,
And that creature is an Ugin or a dragon, so they're powerful creatures.
Make you look for cards that you don't look at.
Well, that's everybody's fault, really.
Alright, so
Why not you just decide to play modern deck?
let's look at the London Grand Prix.
Well,
So that
here's
went on-
the thing. If I had cards for the
Close at the same time.
that's what I would be playing.
What do we call a Hangerback Abzan here? And I think that's just the normal Abzan deck running the Hangerback Walkers. So let's talk a little bit about what makes Hangerback Walker the kind of card that you're seeing in so many decks. And the fact that it's a 2-drop, that it's a 4-drop, and that it runs any amount of mana that you want. But as a 2-drop, it's a card that can build up advantage over time. Let's say you're playing against a deck where you're expecting to see Wraths or removal. You don't have to delve out your hand. You don't have to throw your hand out
Play better stuff than them.
just to be Wrath.
You play more expensive cards than them and kill everything they play.
Yes.
You can wait over time
Fundamental principles of Magic.
Well, yeah, but I mean.
Play more expensive cards than them and be better than them.
to throw the Hangerback Walker out. With cards like Den Protector pulling it back, and also these cards put on a lot of pressure with the Hangerback Walker. But we're seeing it in slower decks, where if you play it as a 2/2, it blocks a creature, maybe trades, and then produces multiple chump blockers. Later in the game, it can represent a threat to win the game. They've got to answer it, and if they can't answer it, then they have to answer the 1/1s as well. I'm expecting to see cards like Bioblight on the uptick, with Hangerback Walker making more appearances as well.
Oh, I know.
Let's see where we're at in our matches after we got crushed summarily. Oh wow, it's a lot of 2-0s and 0-2s.
Honestly, I have no idea where the other cards sit. The black box is it.
We got a minute here. Let's see. Let's do something silly for a minute.
Borrow your retardedly expensive deck. Tape it shut so that.
Let's see if we can get Mormir Vig running and
Yeah,
give us something to wait a minute. Brad's
Seems
off.
like they would be readily
We he recently got a large
Like, even
inheritance
though I know that you
of
have
magic
Magic
cards, so
now
he's
and also
scouring through
like,
those.
played.
And in the meantime, we need something to do. Fill some time into. You could play the modern deck, but I think that's on loan right now. We'll probably get it back now that Brad's back in town. And run some modern matches. Is there any modern decks you guys want to see us run? Just shoot us a message. Remember, we are mobiuspick@gmail.com, and that's the easiest way to reach us. We'll be able to kind of find out what you guys are wanting to see, and hopefully we can get some feedback on that.
Mobius.
Mobius pick forever.
Mobius dick.
No,
I mean, that would be more of a description.
this is true. This is true. That is truly what me and Brad are like. We're not good men.
You're nice guys.
We're nice guys, apparently. Oh, man.
Most of the time.
Let's look over here. So let's look at some of the cards. The one the Pixie made was Alhamar's Archive, which is it's $1. It's a ticket. So one of the things that Zane was saying that we should pick a Fiery Conclusion, the one in a red, sacrifice a creature, deal 5 damage to target creature or player. It's an instant. It's a card we certainly could have played and certainly could have sideboarded. We chose the Alhamar's Archive over that, and a part of that was how much is a sideboard card worth? Is it worth a full ticket? Our goal is to win 3-0, and if we won 3-0, then we would get 3 tickets. Sorry, not 3 packs, which is worth about 24 tickets. So that's about a 24th of the deck. So I felt like the selling of the Alhamar's Archive was a better value than a card that we may or may not have played.
He's talking about like if you want like weird stuff.
Oh, I thought we were.
He said his best.
Yeah, okay. So, sure, we'll keep. Warmere Vig, for those who haven't played,
Because people
is essentially you play lands,
crap like that. Or whatever. They like, you know,
and
for CDH decks and for his actual like legs and stuff. But he said that he's had the only thing that he's been having trouble with is
you play lands, and then you get a random card for the converted mana cost. That's Warmere Vig's ability. Our opponent got an Ivy Elemental,
he's got a bunch of he's got like
which is a
blood moons and
X1, and it comes with X1 when counters into it. And since, the cost for it was X was 0, it came in as 0/0 and immediately died.
do what?
So we want to get to powerful cards. You can only use that ability once per turn, so you can only make 1 creature per turn. So you want to put all your mana to it. We're going to make a 2-drop at the Dogward. It's interesting to see our opponent make a 1-drop, because most 1-drops in this game are very bad. Most 1-drops are just across the board not good enough to play. Let's see where we're at. Yes, we're still waiting on our match. Our opponent is taking their time. Nope, there we go. Let's see what their 2-drop is. It'll probably be a real creature, not die immediately. We're going to F6. Dragon Hatchling, that is a pretty impressive card. Alright, we'll go to the swamp. And we got a 2/3, also an impressive card. So these are tokens. So the effect of putting on the bottom of the deck, or the bottom library, won't happen. Cards that would leave and enter play, gone forever,
because the
etc.
white miner is
etc.
just the
They're
white
both
miner is
white
just
now.
Oh, are they?
Bog Smugglers, 2/2 Swamp Walk. That's another good
That's
card.
not the trade line.
Yeah.
That-
This
that
is
is
the one. This is the one that was in your bag.
Alright, so we're going to swing our Nissa's Chosen.
Okay,
in.
so
We
there's
can't
not a
block
blue
anyway.
buffer anymore. That helps. Because I didn't look.
Alright, so we're going to play cards first for enter the battlefield effects and haste over second for things like Bloodlust. Hell's Thunder. Alright.
As far as all this
It's not great, but it's okay. Get in for 6. We start with more life as well, so at 24. Hell's Thunder,
Yeah,
not really the card I want to get this early or at all, since it dies, but dealing 4 is okay. Especially since a lot of these cards just turn out not to be good enough later.
So there's Air of the Wilds in here.
See how the Origins draft is coming. Still waiting.
I didn't put up the cards.
Alright, let's go ahead and let our opponent have the Dragon Hatchling.
Granted,
Even though that they can pump it up, by pumping it up, they're spending their mana on the creature instead of on getting the maximum value out of more Vig. So things like Dragon Hatchling can be okay, but generally they're just not going to be powerful enough. Alright, so my opponent can trade his Dragon Hatchling for a land if he wants to. I don't think it's worth it. I think I'd keep the Dragon Hatchling over that. And my opponent agreed.
Oh, look.
Now Brad's back
It's
for
time.
more Mirror Rigs.
Oh, we're still waiting on that match to start?
Oh yeah, we got crushed early, man. They just threw us out to the wolves real soon.
Nice.
Alright. So we're running more Mirror Vig while we wait. We talked about some of the deck lists at the top. One of the things to notice is that Hangerback Walker's a lot better. And I think that Angelfied Crusader gets ability
Firebrand.
warning. Yeah, that's not very good. Alright, well we don't have good attacks. We do have a good block though. But Hangerback Walker's gonna bring back Bile Bite. Bile Blight. We haven't seen it played as much. It's been dropping off. But the popularity of Hangerback Walker makes you think we're going to see that a lot more. Hey. Wow, that's actually not bad. Alright, so we're building up our boards now. I think Grandmother Singer is quite powerful. It is a terrible legend. Oh my gosh. Why is my opponent doing this?
To die.
Alright, so my opponent does not know how to do math. It can be a hard thing.
It's not for everybody.
It's not. Now, if you had the Grandmother Singer available, this would be a great thing to do. It would be okay. It wouldn't even be great. Alright, so... I can attack my Angel Fire Crusader and pay a red, and I think that's worth it. To trade my Angel Fire Crusader for that Grandmother. I will make that trade. I will trade, essentially, the ability to downgrade to a 4-drop, because that ability can be relevant, and I don't want it to be relevant. And if they don't do anything, it's a free 2 damage. Oh, let's see what our opponent's doing. Red. I already did that. Let's play another 4-drop. Nothing wrong with 4-drops. Especially when they're 2/4 flyings. Multi-kicker, 0. So, yeah, the new set came out. Or some of the spoils for the new Zendikar set. We'll talk about that in a minute, though.
Nope. I'm not allowing you to talk about the spoilers.
No, I meant the mechanics. Oh, gosh.
I haven't even seen them except for the first 2 cards.
Is that a 4/4?
It is. It's a 4/4 flying. Makes all our creatures 1/1 instead of the turn. I would attack the Dragon Hatchling here. You're not going to get a chance for it to do more than attack for 1. And I'm certainly not going to block. It's whenever it dies or the creature it haunts leaves the battlefield. Which haunt still goes off. It still works with tokens.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Let's see what my 6-drop is. I hope it's better than Graven Dominator. Yeah, it's a 6/4. That's fine. It's not necessarily better, but
There's one thing about this deck. Am I just to assume that like the last 15 cards in the stack is the sideboard?
Go
Oh.
fast, Daniel.
my opponent has another.
Wow.
Doesn't matter. It's just a 6/6 flyer. Not really any that much better. It's 2 toughness better than Pristine. That's it. If my opponent attacks with a Graven Dominator, I'll still trade here.
I mean, this does look like the sideboard.
You'll trade even though he's got a 6.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay,
going to take
yeah,
a 4
sure.
forever.
Is
that wrong?
I don't know. The divider was in not. It was. It was just.
Well, there's some
like,
dividers
static.
sitting over there.
No, I mean it's got a divider. It just was on the back side of
Oh,
the
okay,
card.
yeah, that seems right.
My opponent's assigning the Haunt triggers. Haunt's kind of a bad ability. Like, it's a cool thematic ability, but gameplay-wise, it just works out poorly. Because you have to target a creature, and then you have a Haunt spell haunting it. Alright, so let's go ahead and run a swap.
Complicated.
It's complicated in a bad way. Alright, let's see what 7 drops we get. Hey! I got 6/6/2. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a... Drew me a card. Very
That's
good.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, draws me another card. If I want to go bigger, I can. My opponent makes me discard a card. I'm not behind. And my opponent is stuck at 6 drops. The Lady of the Mountain, a 6-mana 5/5. Legendary. Alright, my opponent doesn't want to attack here.
Why not?
Because if we trade, then I'll have a much better board.
Even though he has a 5/5?
I think I can just raise. You know what? Let's go ahead and block. I have bigger,
You
better
do have an
creatures.
8-drop, right? Right
Yeah.
now.
And a 9-drop if I'm on next turn. Or just another 8-drop. There's not many 9-drops, so you give a lot of consistency.
Ooh. That guy's good.
He's alright. He doesn't really do much in this board, but he does block the Lady of the Mountain. The Lady of the Mountain! Woo! The Lady of the...
wooed all the way off the screen.
Yeah.
I need to give you props.
The Lady of the Mountain's like a really intense sounding character. Like, it's some Game of Thrones kind of level stuff, right?
Yeah. Bam! Another
It's all
creature.
about,
Another 6-drop. Inferno Elemental. That's a good card. In this set. You can't multi-block it very well. What is my opponent doing? Do they not think I know how to block?
Well, why didn't you double block?
That's a good point. I'm a much better blocker.
Apparently, he's correct.
It's true. Do we want an 8-drop or a 9-drop? Let's go 9s. 9s! I got an 8-5 big guy.
That's trample.
Yeah, I'll trade. That? Sure. Will I trade that?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll trade that. He can trade the Inferno Elemental. That's fine. I mean, is our match almost up? I am ready to not be playing Warhammer Vegas much.
Wow.
I'd keep the Dragon Hatchling.
He does have a lot of mountains.
It does. Alright, so my opponent can kill and get through my Lightkeeper. Which means I'm not blocking Lady and attacking for 8. Body of Jukai, you will do work for me, bud. Nope. What other 9-drops are there?
nothing. You stop at 8.
Well, it changes with each set.
What's that one do? Is it pay 4 to let him attack? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, no, I don't want to use his ability to look through it. It's pay 4 to let him attack.
Seems fine.
Yeah, the old math used to be always stop at 8. I don't know if the new math works there.
What about 10? Isn't there only one 10?
There's only a couple 10 drops. Yeah, there's only a couple 10, 11 drops. So I think
So why don't you just go for that?
I'm going to make him be able to attack next turn. I'm going to go for that.
Trample. That was really silly.
Yeah, sometimes people just can't read. I probably would have... I don't know if I'd double block there or not. They're in trouble. They got to answer Grozaroth. It's a 9/9. They've got to block it in some manner. That does a lot of work here,
I
actually.
mean, that'll block. Yeah.
And it lets him attack, too. That was a really good draw. Not with Lady, but with Solomgar.
Well, Stormguard has flying, right?
And Vigilance and Hexproof.
Oh.
That's all the good abilities now.
Yeah. Oh, is it the dragon one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped the Old Sworn Giant randomly.
One of the best 6-drops you can get out in this position. So my opponent should just attack with Silumgar. Elsewise, Grozoth will do work. No attacks. Alright. Let's lose Defender. Let's undo that last tap. Alright, let's attack for 17, 8 of which has Trample. Alright, does my opponent have good blocks? They need to kill the 8/5 Trample more than anything else. So I think I block the Lady on the body. And...
They make the mistake of blocking the 8/5 and then losing the Old Sworn Giant. They'll actually lose their other creature too.
yeah, I don't think they have any other good blocks. I guess they could keep... I'd block with Silumgar and Lady and hope that my next top deck answered Grozoth somehow. He's going to 1. No. He should have blocked Silumgar with the body and not gone to 1. Then he should have chump blocked and not taken 8.
But it wouldn't have been a chump block. It has 9 toughness.
Yeah, the chump blocked with 1 and another one doesn't. Yeah, I think
Yeah. It's weird.
workhorse, doing work.
No idea what that card is.
It's a 4/4, and you can remove a counter to add 1 mana to your mana pool.
Oh, useless.
Interesting, but not very good. I think it has a couple infinite
Need those
combos.
manas.
Oh my gosh, this game is going long. This last game.
Nobody likes those people right now. So you just swing and kill him, right?
Yes.
Good to know. Wait, keep 4 mana.
Oh yeah, cancel.
You can still do that. Just keep 4 mana.
It's not worth the possibility of it messing me up.
Did you? You done messed it up.
No, I thought I could do it at the beginning of attacking.
What, does he have a flyer? Yeah, he has a
he's
flyer. Alright, don't bother attacking this turn. Just,
Don't attack with this.
no. It'll just die.
It'll kill something.
Okay, then do it. I think you should just not attack.
Kill something of my choice. Well, no, he should block with Silmgar and Workhorse. He should double block. Anything other than Workhorse, Silmgar is probably a bad block. Alright, so yeah, there's need to activate that in my main phase, not at the beginning of combat.
Yeah, see, in paper, you can do it whenever. Because even the judges at pro events don't care.
Alright.
So this is 10 mana, right?
This is 10. Should be an Eldrazi, likely.
I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I stand corrected.
I get an 8/8.
What does it do?
Nothing. But if you cast it from your hand, it destroys all of your opponent's creatures and tap all of your creatures.
What set's that one from?
It's from our commander.
Oh,
What is that?
Dread something?
Dread Cocodemon. Cocodemon.
Oh.
It loves the chocolates. So
The
much that it
chocolates.
kills everything. Alright, so this turn we're going to win again. Unless I mess up again. But we're not going to mess up. And we are going to play more Mirvig forever because their game's never going to end. Alright.
Pretty true.
Boom, 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 boom. Now let's go ahead and win the game. We did it! This would have been a lot longer game if our opponent made the correct blocks a long time ago, or a lot shorter game if we made the correct attacks and blocks earlier.
True that, true that.
Alright, so sideboarding is going to involve bringing in nothing and taking out nothing.
So clicking
I think
submit
you should
that.
take out 5 islands, put in 5 more
You actually don't get to have a sideboard in this set. Alright, so it'll be interesting if our opponent goes first. If they play another 1-drop, then yeah, we'll keep. You don't have to mulligan, which is a big plus to this. Hey! Let's go ahead and let our opponent have the game. Concede game. Concede! Begin
Oh, you can't concede match?
Yeah, I can. Concede match.
Alright.
Alright, now we're back in the real saddle. Our opponent got that win. He got that W.
A W.
W.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, this looks good. It's got 2 lands and it's got stuff to play.
creature.
Got turn 1 bonded construct, hopefully for a 2-drop. Otherwise, just go and get a gear crafter. You gotta keep hands like this too. We lost our last 2 games keeping hands that were mediocre. But if we just didn't draw what we needed to draw. But sometimes you're just not gonna draw them. That's part of the game. You know, sometimes.
I mean, we needed a land on that first game, and on the second game, we needed a 2-drop.
Or land.
And we have.
We need a 2-drop.
We had all that stuff plentifully in the deck, and just didn't get it.
Yeah, it'll happen sometimes. It's just part of the game.
Yep. I don't like losing that way.
No, nobody does.
Okay, yep. He's got a creature, we got a creature. Everybody's happy.
If we're both playing aggressive decks, I'll
Maybe-
probably make that
maybe
trade.
If they green like the mulligan thing, it'll help out a little bit.
That would be cool. If they changed the mulligan rules.
Well,
Well, they have. They've altered the add-on. Alright, so
So they have altered the permanent?
it's gonna come to
at the
Magic
Pro
Online.
Tour.
Oh, just at the Pro Tour.
Well, they were testing out the Pro Tour.
Yeah, it's gonna go to
If you
Magic
ta-
Online.
If you take a mulligan.
So it is going to go to Magic Online?
Yes.
When?
Oh,
They haven't
Not
made
sure.
an announcement on it yet. About
they did for Magic Online first
today.
at the Grand Prix. I think I have to go back and double
Are
check.
they testing it out, or are they?
They're going to be. They're
permanently
putting
doing
it in the MTGO betas, and then they're going to put it in MTGO
Because
for a while.
the thing that I heard that they said was that they needed more data.
Yeah, and they're going to use.
testing it online
Yeah.
for the data to get that data.
So do we want the Relic Seeker or do we want the 3 mana? I think the 3 mana guy's
Yeah,
the best.
3-mana guy.
They said that at the Pro Tour that it seemed to suggest that it benefited aggro decks more than other decks.
It's true. It's fine. I mean, it's mulliganing itself benefits aggro decks more than control decks already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, game mechanics are just going to favor certain types of decks. It favors combo more, which it didn't prior, but combo really gets hurt from a mulligan. As is. So it takes a lot of pressure off of combo.
Yeah.
That's a good card. I'm going to kill it.
What's it do?
It has Renown 1, and whenever it becomes blocked by a creature, it deals 2 damage to that creature.
Yeah, it's absolutely unbeatable.
Wow, you just
If you don't
drew the fire impulse for it.
I'd rather have drawn a land, but I will go ahead and attack with everything.
He will refuse to block that thing that we're talking about.
I should trade his Subterranean.
Yeah, but he's not going to block with the thing that kills your...
So you're going to play the Relic Seeker and impulse the thing?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that now, too. That way, if he has a combat trick, I don't have to worry about other stuff. Alright, so hoping to draw a land, so I get my Javelin through, my Lightning Javelin, and javel it up. We've got 2 Lightning Javelins,
I
by
was
the
about
way.
to say that, yeah.
So,
Oh, that would be a great land draw right now. Javelin. Oh, yes,
You mean
it
like that?
happened.
That's what it's
Alright.
called, getting there?
That
it's called
is
getting
called
it.
getting
Sometimes it just all comes together.
there. Yeah.
Do we need a 5th land?
It doesn't
No.
matter. You're about to search for something.
Oh, yeah.
The Relic Seeker.
That's correct.
Attack all. This is how we win games.
Yes.
We'll take the only one we have in the deck.
Yeah, there's not that many good equipments. I mean, Animus' sword's good too, I guess. I think I might rather have Veteran Sidearm in this deck. We don't need the mana, and I'd rather pay less.
Yeah, but the Sword of the Animist, it
Hey,
will keep you from drawing lands.
yeah, that's true. Sentinel of the Watch is one of the few cards that could save my opponent.
So if you call the guy,
He's going to tap it. We're going to play the Charging Griffin. Then he'll charge the Griffin, and we can tap the Thopter. And then we'll just keep playing out threats so that he has a lot of threats to get through. And if at any point he attacks, we will double block with our ground creatures.
so at the beginning of combat on the opponent's turn, he taps one of your dudes.
Oh, he's got that thing.
Yeah.
He's got the best uncommon in the
Yep.
entire-
And that's fine. I mean, he does have to play more than just one Sentinel of the Watch to win.
Maybe.
We have multiple flyers. We're going to have 3 flyers
Well, if you
out,
got flyers.
and we're going to put a
So-
Call of the Full Moon out somewhere.
So if you put the call on the Thopter, then he'll tap the Thopter and you can hit him for 3 with the Griffin. Or 4 if you play the sidearm.
We're going to try to get everything out and play the Call last. So I think I'm going to play... I think I'm going to go to combat, let him tap down my Griffin,
Hit him for 1.
hit him for 1, and then play the Sidearm and the Gearcrafter.
Sounds fine.
Next turn, profit.
Pretty much.
Well, we're going to diversify it. We're going to have one with a Sidearm, one with a Call. Right? We're going to have a lot of...
So we're going
And
wide.
it
Is
can
basically
be
what I'm
punished
saying.
only by 1 card. That's
going wide, but I'm trying to make each of the cards decently big too. 2
Yeah,
2s,
yeah.
3 3s, 4 4s, etc.
Yeah, instead of Voltroning
And as
one
long- and As
creature.
long as he doesn't have that 1 rare, then you're fine.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. If you have Sentinel of the Watch and Tragic Arrogance, I mean sure, that's the
Tragic
best.
Arrogance, dude.
He gets to make me sacrifice everything except for 1 creature.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 1 of each. So you
What's that one do?
He gets to
you-
seal
you
up
get
2
to
power
keep-
less.
You get to keep your
Oh.
veteran sidearm.
So you can take one of my Thopters and attack a Thopter, or you can take my Gearcrafter and attack with Gearcrafter. I'm just not going to block it.
It's a good plan.
Yeah. I'm at 20. My opponent's on the back foot. I think we're out of removal that matters.
Well, you can lightning that creature.
I'll just save it for flying. Anything with
That's a
flying
good
is what I
point.
don't care. Free to his face. It's not like he has a long time. This is one of the places where Sentinel's not going to save him the game because I have flyers to go with it. Oh, yeah, Charging Griffin's great because he can do 3 damage. But if he attacks with the Sentinel, then I will... Yeah, see, he doesn't have tricks because he's not attacking with the Sentinel. And soon I'll get to the point where I can... oh no, Lightning Javelin's a sorcery.
It can hit his face, though.
It can. And there's a good chance.
So
it
next
will.
turn, you basically
Equip?
call one of the Thopters, equip the other Thopter,
Yep,
and don't play anything else because it'll cause the call to fall off on his upkeep.
that's correct. All right, now my opponent is staring down 2 4-power creatures and a 2/2 flyer. So they're going to take 6. So my opponent's actually dead in 2 turns.
He's gonna take 5 right now.
And we could attack with
Still.
everything, but that doesn't get
There's no
much
reason
damage
to.
through.
Yeah, just attack with the 2 flyers. So 5 damage, and then
And then we'll move the sidearm
why would you move the sidearm?
so I can block better in case they attack all
That's
out.
a good plan.
I think I'll move it to, I guess, the Relic Seeker, right?
Since he's got 1 toughness, it makes more sense to put it. Yeah, Relic Seeker. Yeah, you said Relic Seeker, and I thought you said the construct.
They're all the same to me. Tiny aggro creatures.
Tiny little creatures.
All right, so my opponent's dead next turn. They don't play anything. Even if they can answer one thing, they'll go down to 1 because of Lightning Javelin. So they need to answer these flyers quickly.
Yes, and they don't know that they'll go down to 1.
Yeah. So right, diversification of threats. It's a really important and potent thing. If our opponent can play 2 spells, that'll answer the call, which will be good for them. Although not enough. They don't know that tapping down just this and taking 3 will put them dead at Lightning Javelin.
It'll make them take 2, but.
Or 1, 2, 3.
Right.
The veteran sidearm.
The veteran sidearm. You're correct.
That's a good card.
Does it win him the game?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No.
All right then.
My opponent should not attack here, by the way.
They probably know.
Now, my opponent... Oh, ooh, that's interesting. I think
Okay.
I'll block.
Wow, you're at 17.
Take 4. Yeah, I can attack all out next turn.
Yeah, you're at 17.
Alright, let's go ahead and attack with everything. There are no fogs in this set.
So I would have left 2 white open for Celestial Flyer.
I have 2 wide open.
No, him.
Oh.
Him. I would have done that if I were him.
At the expense of not leaving a red open for
Burn.
yeah.
It does
Like
the
either
same.
way, he's bluffing or not bluffing.
That's a good point. I mean, you're still doing the
Also,
same.
Celestial Flare is garbage compared to what he could have as a burn spell.
That's true.
It's,
I mean, because you just sack the thing he tapped down or whatever. Now we probably not think tapped down, but he
4
said
damage.
Something you don't care about, and
Oh, man, my opponent's holding back the Sentinel. They shouldn't. They should be blocking with everything.
because if they don't,
Yeah, you put the Ember
So
Boar there.
weird that they attacked, actually.
yeah,
It is. But, I mean, they have enough blockers that it didn't matter either way.
yeah, I guess it didn't make any difference. You weren't gonna block what they attacked with. And they had enough blockers.
Boosh! You thought you had one more
Zap, zap.
turn,
Hand
but you
zaps.
didn't.
Hand zaps.
Put it on top.
Alright, they're playing a really aggressive deck. So, I think
We
we're
can
gonna
go
sustain.
just a little bigger if you want.
What
What we were doing seemed to work pretty well.
Let's look at the cards we don't know if we want. Do we... I like Bonding Construct as being able to block. I think I really like everything. There wasn't really anything that was too rough. And it's not like we have answers for his one good card. So I think we'll keep it the same. We'll throw it back one more time.
Game 2.
If we make it to game 3, I'm going to put Brad in the driver's seat. Let him control our destiny.
Yay! One pack destiny.
Well, and considering that we had a bad starting, or like not the greatest start either, it was a fine hand.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Both us and our opponent are hoping to do that sweet, 2, 3, 4 drop kind of thing that we did one of those games. We could also do it with a 1, going 1, 2, 3,
4. Lots of games are won that way.
4. Almost every game you go 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll win.
I would agree
No,
with
in
that.
this format, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2 might be better than 4 because most of the
2
4
twos?
drops aren't as good as 2
Yeah.
drops.
Potent.
Stroke.
Play a card every turn.
That's one of the reasons I like Separatist Void Mage. It's a reasonable body that will trade with a lot of things, right? The 4-mana bounce guy.
And it bounces the dude.
And it bounces a guy. And often they'll play enchantments. This is not keepable. Oh, well.
Man, it's got 2 bonded constructs, and if we just draw 1 land, we play 2 more cards.
All right,
Risky.
let's try it. This is a risky keep.
Go ahead and F6 this turn. Alright, didn't get there the first time.
Yeah, and if we draw a mountain, I'm still going to play another bonded construct. Remember, the bonded constructs can attack together.
Which is cool. Playing the same first and second turns we did last game. Wow.
That's all right. We're just looking to draw. If we draw a land, we can play a dragon fodder, which lets us keep this pressure up. We've got 2/2/1s out.
I really hope we draw a land here or we are losing this game.
Our
Why would
opponent
he attack?
If he has the first strike guy, it's a good attack, and that's it.
I mean, I guess any blocker is fine. Because once he takes one of them out, the other one doesn't do anything.
This is not when it's a Bogart brute, man. I will attack into that all day.
Alright, let's continue to not draw lands. That seems like what we should do.
I'll trade a Bogart brute for. Oh, we're gonna race.
Well,
He'll win if we don't draw lands.
I
by the
mean,
way.
yeah, not drawing lands will definitely be him winning.
That said, if we draw land at this point, I might play the call. I think I have to play the call at this point.
You know, not drawing lands is how you lose games. So,
They're keeping back in a locker. Okay. Well, that's no good.
we're losing.
Alright,
So,
play dragon fodder and trade half a dragon fodder for a Bogart brute and half a Bogart. Right there. We clear the board and then play our stuff.
yep, sounds good.
So we're gonna trade 3 for 2. Well, the good news is we've got a lot of cards to play. Starting with the Topin Freeblade.
We just need
And
to
I'm gonna
keep
go-
drawing lands.
Well, if we trade off the board, I'm gonna go Topin Freeblade, Call of the Full Moon, and our opponent hasn't hit white. They do have white cards.
Or presumably. They still do. I saw it more than
I would actually block with a bonded construct because if he has the whatchamacallit, the +3/+1.
So, but then we won't have anyone to block the Bogart brute with, and we'll basically just.
No, then you'll have both the goblins. Leave the goblin back and put the bonded construct.
Oh, double block that. Okay,
That's because Titan Strength will blow you out if you do it the other way.
that's a really good point and a really good play. It's the small things that probably.
It really, it stinks that if you didn't have it, then
It's
whatever.
fine too, though. I mean, how important is that other card to us?
No.
All right, so we're gonna play our Free Blade, and
Pass.
next turn we're gonna put the Call of the Full Moon on it. And we're just gonna.
Turn it sideways. Well, we're gonna attack with it. We don't have to turn it sideways.
It'll be a 3/4, and our opponent's welcome to trade both of their cards for it.
It'll be a 5/4.
Yeah, 5/4. Sorry. And
Oh, it's on.
which is rough for us.
Well, it was rough for you before. Does that tap a creature when it attacks?
Yep,
Well,
that's fine. We just need to draw a couple cards for a Lightning Javelin.
yeah, I really hate that we've lost so many.
Games. We kept a
Games
one
to
lander.
mana.
We kept one lander.
There's still 16 of them in our deck, right?
I think
Well,
so.
that's not very good.
All right, I think we play the Call on the Free Blade.
And then we go get them white mana.
Well,
Yeah, play the call on the free blade and attack.
I think we attack with every. We leave back. Well, we need to leave back one goblin for that, actually, even though it gets some more damage.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and get your mana.
Well,
Yeah.
there's no reason to. Well, yeah, there is, because there's no block with free play on. Or,
Let me get the planes because we don't need a second red.
Planes. Now there was an argument for enchanting the goblin just then. So now you trade one goblin and just throw the goblin in front of the other one because we're at 8.
I can't. I have to double block or no blocks.
Does it have what?
It has menace.
Oh, it has menace.
We're hoping to draw land so we can lightning javelin.
Yeah, lightning javelin will pull us out of this. I think.
What was that?
He gains 2 life.
Doesn't matter when you have a 5 forfeit.
Does he have another spell?
Yes.
Wow. Got there.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to cast more than one spell ever, so let's put that on the bottom.
Seems fine. And then attack with our 6/5.
So this is the call doing some work here.
Well, token free blade doing what it does. And that call helping it.
Yeah, having a 6/5 trample renown, trample
Vigilance.
vigilance,
Yeah.
really how you just get there. All right,
Whoa,
so
he went to 7 too.
oh yeah, our opponent is very close to dead. They need to.
So I actually think if he attacks, you chump block with a goblin.
I could double block.
No, I think you should chump block.
Why?
Once again, the Titan strength kills it.
Titan strength.
So actually, if he has the Titan strength, though, he kills it just by making the call fall off.
Alright, so I just attack with the Tobin Freeblade, and then we're playing the Gearcrafter to build multiple bodies.
That seems like what you should
He
do.
would have had to draw the Titan strength over there.
He would.
Yeah,
Because
because he would have used
He would
it.
have
He would have used it.
Yeah, on the last turn.
Well, no, he's actually never been given a good opportunity because we've been playing around it. So he would have.
The last attack though was that he could have blocked it and Titan strength and killed your shit, right? I mean, you killed your thing, right? It wouldn't. Have
Oh, and lived? Yeah. It would have made that 2-1 live. The other time when he
it
brought.
doesn't matter if it lives. It just matters if it kills your token free blade.
That's a good point.
Plus, when he played that spell earlier, he would have played it just as a second spell to kill your call.
Yeah, he would have. So
Alright.
he doesn't have it.
So we're definitely making just chump blocks here. Chump block, trade. And then they'll leave us with Thopter, so we have to have a flying answer.
Yeah,
And
he's
the
at
free
1. Yeah, we're definitely chump blocking because.
Well, I didn't think we were going to win that game.
I didn't either. I mean, we still might not.
That call has really gone a long way here. Our opponent's going to need to play another Cleric of the Forward Order and something else to really just get back into the game. If they played Cleric of the Forward Order and they had Fire In, what is this?
That's a lot of mana. Oh, well, we just died.
No, he doesn't have Spell Mastery.
Oh, I thought that's only to a creature?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, it's a, and then it does it to them too if you have spell mastery.
but he doesn't have Spell Mastery.
But
Oh, so don't block, right? Or do block. It doesn't matter. You just tell him with 1 flying. You have to block. You have to block every die. That's what I'm trying to
but he's
say.
tapped out, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what's happening.
It doesn't matter. Attack with the flyer. Yeah, if you would have messed up there and not blocked, we'd have lost.
It's true.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Wow, 2
2-1.
packs.
That wasn't the greatest thing. The match we lost, I mean, it didn't turn out right. We did keep a risky keep. Now, if this was game 3, I don't think I would have kept that hand.
That's a good point. Now, do they not do 6/2/2/2/2s or whatever anymore?
They do.
We did
Okay,
that.
we just didn't see any.
Yeah, they're also single elimination.
They're not. Not the ones
Not
we played in the
6-2,
past.
8 4s or something in the second elimination.
Let's check.
6/2/2/2s we used to
Let's
play
check.
in.
Limited
Well, I
tournament.
mean, I'm sure 8 4s are single.
A4s are single.
Are in fact single.
But 6/2/2/2s or whatever.
No, it's not 6.
Oh, you're right, it's Swiss.
It's 6.
It's 2/2/2s.
Yeah, 6/2/2/2s.
Yeah, but see that one's Theros. They just don't have any for Origins. Isn't that
Yeah, okay.
really weird?
Well, they were running Magic Origins 4-3-2-2 single single
Yeah, I don't wanna
elimination.
do that.
No, we don't because it's the worst expected value. If you win, it's not that much better than doing most other things, and if you lose early, it's so much worse than doing an 8-4.
That's really, really weird that they don't have the 6/2/2/2s.
Interesting thing. It used to be the
For
4-3-2-2s, 8-4s in Swiss, and pressure through a couple of high-level people that did a lot of drafting got them to build the 6-2-2-2 Swiss cube.
Which is the same payout as an 8/4. It's 12 packs.
All of them
But
are. All of them except for the 4-3-2-2 are the same
Which is
tab.
weird that they don't
It's
have
that it's not a 5-3-2-2, right?
Yeah, or that they have the 6-2-2-2s for this particular set. They have it for Dragons and Fate, but not for...
I think they're going to keep it to the older sets. I think they're always going to keep it one behind to incentivize the 4-3-2-2. Not sure why. It's a bad setup. But yeah, it's 8 o'clock, so we're going to wrap up on our time. I think I'm busy tomorrow and then Friday. So Saturday, hopefully the Hearthstone stuff will be out, and we'll be hearthing it up with much mirth and hearth. For the Mirth and Hearth, checking out the new cards. Do we know what the new expansion's about?
Yes, it's about the tournament battle.
Joust!
Yeah, something like that.
And hopefully next week, after we check out the Hearthstone stuff, we'll have more time to play Origins, and we'll play more decks that involve the cabs, cards that affect the board, and throw down some... oh, here it comes. Alhamarit's Archive. Wait, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we'll watch Brad pick more cards that are probably the best card and have small discussions on which card is marginally better without being silly. Because who wants to be silly when you can win games?
It's a good point. It's a good point. It's a good point. So yeah, I don't know when they're gonna let me open these packs.
Now, how
but
many packs do you have?
These are 50. You get the card back for buying 50, and then I have one random pack of whatever I want in the arena.
So, yes, Brad is super wealthy in Hearthstone. He plays quite often, and he just buys 50 packs like a balla.
Well, you know,
Shot Kala.
they give you a card back, man. An exclusive card back.
All right, yeah, we'll chit-chat more on it later. Brad might talk more about his Gen Con adventures next time. Did you play any really cool games? What one game stood out that you thought was super cool there?
One
that
game
you haven't
that
played
stood out.
before?
So I played a real-time battle game where you actually had an hourglass, and whenever it emptied, you got to do an action. And so as soon as it emptied, you'd flip it over, you'd do your action, and you would wait. And so it was 4 on 4, and you actually had to wait till your timer ran out before you could do an action in the game.
Oh, that
It
sounds
was
cool.
quite cool. It should be coming out eventually.
What was it called?
So it's like a
Don't
so it's like
remember.
a
All right, so
halfway RTS,
really cool
halfway
game that you
roll
just
game.
no idea.
So it was a board game that was a real-time board game. It was pretty cool. I'll get more information about it for next week.
All right, guys, if you want to head us up, remember you
It
can
was
see
really
us
cool.
at Mobius Pick on YouTube for the videos. We record them all, and we post up there. And if you want to contact us, mobiuspick@gmail.com. Or if you want to watch us on stream, go ahead and follow, and the email notification will pop up, tell you when we are online, to tell you more about
You
card
get to hear
games.
more of Daniel's smooth voice.
That's right. Jazzy and high-pitched.
Thanks for
Mobius Pick.
tuning